baby moms didn't even post your music, because Rihanna just got that level of reach where it's like this random video of this girl who I'm sure if you are on TikTok or Instagram, you've seen millions of girls at this time kind of, I guess, do some sort of challenge or dance to that song. I don't even know who the song is by. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes you kind of know like certain things that just be on social media where you kind of like, I'm cool. I know this realistically ain't for me. This is not even supposed to be for me. But I do realistically kind of want to get into this conversation where, and this is like, so all the women is watching, this is not going to take too long. I just want to address, what's my man name? Tyrese Halliburton. Like, he's coming back from an injury. Of course, he got injured, not in last year's finals, but I guess you could say last year, the season before, when OKC beat Indiana in a 7-game series, and he tore his ACL in the game 7, and he's coming back this season, and he feels some type of way that he don't have a national TV game.
Any other person that you compare to my level of a basketball player, wherever you have me ranked, if they tore their Achilles and missed 16 months, do you think that game would be on national television?
Yeah,
you probably think so?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you think that game would be at home if not on national television?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Do you think that game would be at New Orleans?
Wait, what?
Oh, your first game? Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
When I saw schedule, I was like, oh, wow. Trey Murphy, love my boy Trey. Love New Orleans, but I was shocked to see that. But we move on. Name any other person that you
and again, no disrespect to Tyrese Halliburton. Maybe it's just a little too much dip on your chip with the Indiana situation, bro. Nobody cares about the Indiana Pacers. Like, let's just keep it a bean. Like, look, the Indiana Pacers haven't been a team that people actually care to watch probably since realistically the Reggie Miller era. And I ain't even seen him making it seem like Tyrese Halliburton is a bum or nothing, but I wouldn't care. Like, there's no way you seen the NBA's opening day games and you thought realistically, who did you thought that I was supposed to play? And who did you think that people cared to see you play? Because it's not going to be the same draw like the Knicks versus the 76ers, which that game got the highest tickets for an opening day in Madison Square Garden ever. So, like, what are we talking about? Like, that to me is where sometimes when you be kind of like in your own delusional world where your algorithm literally only feeds you what you want to see. Nobody's like sitting here like, oh, I gotta see a Tyrese Halliburton game. Like, that never happened. That never happened. It never will happen. So again, I think sometimes people kind of get in their own delusional thoughts. But again, like I said, I'm not mad at Tyrese Halliburton. If that's your algorithm and that's your delusion that you live in, then cool for you. But I just think realistically, you a little bit off on what you think people are looking for or checking for when it comes to seeing you play. But the original clip that I wanted to start this episode with was this one.
When y'all be saying, hey, I mean, ain't got to match my lifestyle. I mean, ain't got to match what I actually be doing. Why y'all be cutting corners? Rhetorical question. When y'all be dating these men and y'all talk about how they need to match your lifestyle, why y'all always do it with group project money? And by group project money, what I mean is it don't be just you going by yourself to Nobu on a random Tuesday evening. It's like, no, that's a special event. You went with your girls for your birthday, and then it was 10 of y'all. So, yeah, 10 of y'all should have been able to split $3,000. Or you did go out the country, right? But when you went out the country again, and it was you and 5 of your friends that actually could make it out the group chat. And so y'all was sharing rooms, and you didn't go by yourself, right? So it was a travel package. But you telling him if he can't do that for you on a regular, you're not doing that on a regular. Why, when y'all be saying, hey, I mean, ain't got to match my lifestyle. I mean, ain't got to match what I actually be doing. Why y'all be cutting corners? Because y'all be talking to him like y'all the boss that actually employ the whole city. You the big baller that, you know, making everything move, shake and function. No, when y'all go get sections, it don't be one person who buy the section. Y'all collaborate that effort. And good, right? Good girlfriends should do that for one another, but it never gave you live like that. It always give group project. So why he got to come and fill in the group project? Like, was he supposed to outbeat 8 incomes? All I'm saying is you ain't setting up a fair fight there, mamas. You also got to match what you bring to the table.
Again, like I said here, said I just kind of wanted to set the energy like that. I think sometimes I know we skip around a little bit and don't get into some of the relationship stuff. I don't necessarily even have a real deep dive on that. When I just see some of those things where you kind of just like it and just keep it scrolling, or you like it and hit the repost button. And you know what's so funny? Like sometimes when you hit the repost button or you put a bunch of 100, I had a young lady DM me about, and I don't want to sit here and play it this early into the episode, but it was one of those clips where it was Shannon Sharp and he had is the lady, the comedian name, I believe her name is Tarika something. I don't want to mess it up, but they had a joke. She was giving like a lot of gems throughout this interview. And one of the jokes was realistically people sitting here living in the projects and having super designer. And the girl, me like, oh, what got you so hype about this joke? I'm like, did we watch the same joke? What this is, to me, some videos be like self-explanatory. Like, I don't necessarily know why you feel some type of way, but I'm telling you, I like what she said. She was keeping it P. And I think that's the times that we live in. And it's just so funny that sometimes where it's like, I love just that little repost button on social media, on TikTok and Instagram. I just love using it because I feel like when I repost it, I shouldn't have to explain what the video was actually sitting here saying, that I sit here and appreciated whatever was going on. But I do want to kind of real quick get into music just for a hot second. Lil Wayne, I hate that Lil Wayne put out some of his best verses on songs that I know everybody and their mother not going to hear. So Busta Rhymes put out a new song, and the name of the song is Talk Your Ish. And the reason, and this, I want to say it's on a Dilla beat. And the reason why I'm sure, because how many people actually running to go check for Busta Rhymes. But if you want somebody like me on every new Friday, you just go listen to music. Lil Wayne kind of always give out these type of features on just a random Lucy song or just a random album that most people won't listen to. And I hate that people only judge Wayne off of whatever, like the super mainstream. Because let's be clear, he also did a feature for Trippie Redd this week. And the Trippie Redd song probably realistically will get more traction, but that song was more like, it's a Trippie Redd song. It's kind of like catered to like on some dumb, like it doesn't really do nothing that I'm expecting Wayne to go crazy. And let's be clear, Trippie Redd and Wayne have some songs where Wayne has absolutely blacked out on, but that song to me, I'm sure will get more ears. And I hate that song because it's like that feature was just all right, whatever. It was just like Wayne doing something with the younger people. But the Busta Rhymes joint where it was like, man, he cleaned Busta Rhymes up so bad on this song where it was like one of them Wayne verses where it was like, this is why I'm okay with sitting here saying Wayne is the greatest rapper of all time. This is why you're comfortable to sit here and say Wayne should be in your top 5 when you're talking about just straight rap and popularity, lyrical, whatever the case may be. Because, well, he walked on this song so goddamn hard. I'm talking about he went absolutely crazy. If you looking to hear like some classic, like that Wayne between that Carter 2, Carter 3, and he was going heavy on the mixtape run and he was going crazy on the features. This little Wayne right here on this Busta Rhymes joint is the little Wayne that you're looking for. Like he absolutely, like he gave Busta Rhymes his money's worth. I just hate the fact that I know for a fact a lot of people won't listen to this because a lot of people just not realistically checking for new Busta Rhymes in 2026. But Lil Wayne absolutely bugged out on this song. So again, shout out to Lil Wayne. And if you're looking to hear a new Lil Wayne verse to give you that mixtape Wayne feel, Busta Rhymes got a new song called Talk Your Ish. And again, like I said, Lil Wayne, oh man, he left Earth on that joint. Like I just hate that I know that a bunch of people not gonna be listening to this. And when people criticize Wayne, you always like these verses go miss. Where it's like Wayne to go, and this is one of the reasons why I sit here and say even when Wayne put out the Carter 6 or even Carter 5, where I think Wayne should kind of almost do what Ty Dolla $ign did, where it's like put out an album just with features. Allow other people to pick beats, allow other people to do things. So I think one for somebody like Wayne, that's right now, that's the pocket he's best in. Because I never think Lil Wayne was a crazy hook dude. I think Wayne was just a crazy verse dude. So if you kind of just put out, if you do a whole project, and it don't even have to have no sequence to it for real, because a lot of people put out albums where there's no sequence. They almost feel just like playlists, and you can kind of just allow a bunch of Lil Wayne features just be on an album and call it featuring Lil Wayne. Because you kind of want to highlight that, because a new Lil Wayne album, people will always click it regardless. So if you call it an EP or mixtape, whatever you call it, people will click it because it's a Wayne album. And those are the things that people will judge you off of, because so many people were overcritical when Wayne put out the Carter 6, where to me, judge Wayne off of all of these features that he constantly keeps showing up on and he not missing on. Like he going absolutely crazy, where it's like, oh yeah, Wayne still got it. Like there's no doubt in my mind listening to Wayne on that Busta Rhymes show, like, oh yeah, Wayne still really got it. So again, like I said, shout out to Lil Wayne, shout out to Busta Rhymes for still putting out new music. I guess while we talking about new music real quick, I tried to listen to the Friday joint, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was disappointed in Friday, but it was like, again, because he trying something new, and he didn't put out enough projects this year where you can allow him to put out something new, because I don't want to be overcritical on him and then champion Quavo for trying something new where he's doing a whole project, allowing Pharrell to sit here and produce the joint where realistically it's Quavo stepping out of his comfort zone. Even for Friday, I kind of get it. You do have some Nigerian background, so you kind of want to tap in a little bit more into the Afro beat sound. So I get it. It's not that sound did you used to from Friday. It's not a traditional R&B type of joint. You don't have none of those super deep cuts that's gonna make you be like, Friday really like that. Like it's not, to me, it's not none of those. And even the crazy thing is, what's the young dude who was on Wale's project? I believe his name is Adele. He put out Adele. I don't necessarily know how you pronounce his name, but he put out a new project as well. So if I'm kind of comparing that Afro beats R&B type of situation, like this one for me, Odell, his name is Odell. I would kind of skip the Friday jump, and I would realistically recommend, if you're looking for that R&B blend with the Afro beats voice and tone to it, I would go for a good time by Odell. Like that to me was just, I like that project more than I actually like the Friday jump. But again, like I said, I understand Friday just trying something different, trying to just put his foot in a different space. So I do realistically respect what Friday got going on. And again, shout out to Quavo. If you somebody, again, like myself, every Friday you looking for new music, man, Quavo got like 5 features on the new today. And he absolutely was bugging out on all of them. So I like the fact that just, okay, Quavo back outside, he putting up shots, he's getting in his feature bag and kind of getting his name back circulating, knowing that he's working on an album. I appreciate seeing Quavo just back out in the field and kind of just getting up some shots. What else was going on in the world that I wanted to sit here and talk about? I guess let's go to VSU.
We have an update to the Virginia State University shooting. One 19-year-old is in custody, and we do have some details on his arrest as well as the victims in this case. So this is 19-year-old Cameron Harris. He is from Henrico County, Virginia. And according to authorities, he was arrested a little after 4 p.m. on Saturday, August 15th. And this was after he was discovered hiding inside of a closet at Virginia State. Now, police do confirm that he is not a student, and 4 out of the 5 victims are not students either. The one victim that was a student is 20 years old, and he is expected to be okay. Now, out of all of our victims, they range in age from 17 to 23 years old. One of those victims is actually still in critical condition. Now, the university did put out a statement and said that they do not believe there is an immediate threat to the community. And at this point, there are major questions regarding safety at VSU. Now, police did announce earlier this morning that they were looking for multiple suspects. However, it is unclear at this time if that is still the case. We have
I guess if you can kind of read between the lines, it sounds like realistically something kind of went left at a kickback at VSU. And thoughts and prayers to anybody who was affected in this. And thoughts and prayers to all the parents where you literally just sending your kids off to school for a new school year. And I guess, you kind of will be, you kind of be on the fence with that one. You kind of be happy that realistically, I believe only one of the people who was actually hit actually went to the school. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I'm sure as a parent, you're going to be kind of on your kids where you super hard now, like, hey, don't be going to all of them kickbacks and hanging out. Just go to your school, do your work. But again, I know that's hard because you're talking about people who, if I'm a freshman or I'm a sophomore, I'm kind of just really getting my feet wet. I'm trying to still really get myself gathered and enjoy college life and find the balance. And again, the school year is just starting. I don't necessarily know even if college has officially kicked off. So I'm sure this is probably just freshmen kind of moving into the dorm. They just, having little house parties or whatever the case may be. Because in that area, that part of, I want to say like Richmond, that area where it's still like, it's like kind of like of a college town, but it's still kind of like heavy still into the area where you can kind of get off and get to places. So I kind of understand where those two things can kind of intermingle a little bit. So realistically, I guess I didn't know even realistically, it's probably going to be hard to sit here and say, well, they got to step up on the security or the police on the campus because, I'm sure these just one-offs. Like it just literally sounds like a house party. I'm sure a house party, somebody went left. The egos got the tripping, but I'm glad that they captured the dude, whoever had something to do with it. So realistically, I guess it'll just figure out how it'll work itself out a little bit later on. Let's go. I kind of don't want to go into school right this second because it is like, man, I feel like you almost got to go into the school though. Let's go to Commanders first.
Enter stadium builders just revealed. We just found out who's going to be building the Commanders' new stadium, and the resumes are ridiculous. This is the largest private investment in DC history, a $3.8 billion project, and it's moving fast. So here's the crew. Clark Construction built Nationals Park and Cap One Arena. They've also built 28 metro stations. Mortensen built Allegiant Stadium in Vegas and US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Smoot is a DC firm here with over 60 years in the DC area. They tore down RFK right now. The old structure is already down. The site gets fully cleared by October. Main construction starts spring 2027. Doors open spring 2030. 65,000 seats, fully enclosed and climate controlled. Built to host up to 200 events a year. DC can now chase events like the World Cup. But here's the urgent part. The draft master plan for all that land is open for public comment. That window closes August 14th. The plan covers housing, the parks, and the roads, including a proposed 5-lane road that neighbors are fighting. This is your shot to weigh in on the draft. So what's your first ticket inside the new dome? Commanders game or concert? Drop your answer below. And send this to a Commanders fan who's been waiting since 1996 for RFK football. Want the timeline and full details? Comment plan and I'll DM it right to you. Commander?
I'm still, I guess, I mean, of course, I'm still kind of on the fence where it looks cool, but I kind of wonder, like, if you're going to build a brand new stadium, why you kind of go so low in the number of capacity where you're sitting here saying 60,000? Like, if you're going to build a brand new stadium, why not shoot for like the Cowboys? The Cowboys hold like, what, 99,000? And of course, I understand the Commanders aren't as popular as the Cowboys, and I do understand that space probably isn't as big, and you don't have as much room to kind of build on it. That was one of the reasons why I don't understand why the Commanders even wanted to go back to DC, because if you sit here saying something like the World Cup, and if you kind of hear how many people was complaining about the traffic when it came to New Jersey or when it was in Texas or was in California, like you heard everybody enjoying the World Cup was in their city, but you also heard people complaining about the traffic, where if you know anything about that area where the Commanders is about to build a new stadium, like I can't imagine, and that's another reason why they probably only kept it at 60,000, because I couldn't imagine if you tried to do a 90,000 extra, like how 30,000 people gonna get in and out of there. So I understand why you keep it at the 60,000, but at the same time, it kind of like, this is a brand new stadium. Why you not shooting for the sky? Because if you wanted to do the Super Bowl, like you want to have a bigger venue, and that's another reason why I kind of don't understand why they were so pressed to just put it back in that area, because I feel like you kind of shooting yourself in the foot realistically, just putting it in that area, and then you kind of like, again, you ain't even go for a clean, like, you're 66, like why you ain't go for a clean 70,000? Like that to me just kind of just realistically does not make any sense at all. But again, I mean, it's the Washington Commanders, it's DC, so I mean, it ain't too much you can ask. So I guess playing off of that, I kind of can go into this Jordyn Daniels, and I'm sure if you are of course, if you are a Commanders fan, you probably really don't care nothing about this whole little Jordyn Daniels LSU. And I know, especially in the DMV area, I don't feel like college football is not a big thing here because we don't have a real dominant college football team. This is more like a college basketball, and it's been a minute since Georgetown or Maryland's boys. Maryland's girls have always been solid, but just to have a real competitive college team, period, we just realistically haven't had one in a minute. So I kind of know that people probably like, I wish Jordyn Daniels just focused on the Commanders, especially all of like his I guess his negative critiques haven't been as loud as like a Lamar Jackson or a Jalen Hurts coming into this new season. But you do have, again, because you got on your heels, you got your Drake Mays, you got your Bo Nix, you kind of got to tighten up a little bit to kind of make sure you really focus and locked in. I know in his statement, he kind of put down, but it's kind of like, how did this get out? Is this an LSU thing trying to just like put smut on your name, or is this your mom's? I don't necessarily know who called it out, because if you sitting here saying you focus on, and again, we still on off season, and you just, the first game of the preseason was just this weekend, but I still kind of wonder, like, how did this information get out? Why is it out? And why do you care about an LSU jersey? I'm sure they're not selling a bunch of Jordyn Daniels merch. So you sitting here getting upset or butthurt about a jersey number, to me, it just seemed kind of crazy. And it's kind of crazy it's like you play in a city where people don't really give a fuck about college football at all. So it's kind of like you have to be a little bit more careful when you sit here, just because people not going to feel sorry for you. Like, if you sit here and start off the season and you not coming out rocking and rolling, nobody's going to sit here and care that you don't sit here and have whatever jersey number you wanted to have retired at LSU.
A 20 that was worn by Billy Cannon in 1958 when he won the Heisman. It's never been worn. Joe Burrow finished school in 2019, 2020, and it's never been worn. I don't know if we have a rule. That is just a tradition that is carried on at LSU. I don't believe numbers in college should be retired. Alabama, they give those numbers away right away. Indiana, they give those numbers right away. I believe they can put the number in the rafter with your name. They might give you a statue if you want that, but the number should be worn because that's how people can still remember who you were. Right? And it's college and there's 100 people on the team and the best players wear single digits and all those things. My biggest issue, though, is people pitting Joe and Jordyn against each other and trying to act like Jordyn wasn't that boy at the school. Right? It was a different time. I think Joe's the greatest player to ever play for LSU. I think he's at the top, and I think you talk about the Tyrann Matthews and the Kevin Fulks and the Leonard Fournettes, but Jayden Daniels is in that conversation. Joe Burrow won the national championship because he was great, but 14 people got drafted in that next draft. 10 people got drafted in the first 3 rounds. 7 people got drafted in the first 2 rounds. And later on, the next year, Jamar Chase and Terrace Marshall were drafted in the first 2 rounds. Derek Stingley was then drafted number 3 overall. It was a different deal, that team, as compared to the teams that Jayden played for. And people were talking about not winning. They were 10-3. And in the games they lost, they gave up 45, 42, and 55. They could have had Tom Brady and it wouldn't have mattered. And so to me, for former players and for fans, remember what this young man did. There was 5-5 seasons, 6-7 seasons, 7-6 seasons. The 2 best seasons you have had since the national championship, Jayden Daniels was your quarterback. And he has never, ever misrepresented his school or himself by the way he conducted himself. And whenever this is solved, we should welcome him back. We should love on him, and we should be grateful for what he did, because you can't take away 5,000 total yards and 50 tubs in 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we need to be fair about that. Number 2.
And again, like I said, shout outs to Jayden Daniels. I just do think realistically, you are in a uphill battle, especially with a school as big as LSU, because that's all that area has. And that's just literally like a legendary household name just in college sports in general. And those people don't have nothing else. They are diehard LSU fans. So it's kind of like, I think just realistically, like however you feel, you kind of almost just got to take that L and just take it on the chin and just move along. Like, it shouldn't be, I hate the fact that it became a story, but again, we kind of still, you just slow walking you in the first week of the NFL. So, I mean, preseason. So realistically, it's going to be a big name. People kind of going to always find reasons to just randomly throw smut on whoever name that they can, because again, it's one of those things. If it bleeds, it lead, and you can kind of lead that into, again, when we're talking about with Stephen A. Smith, him going to the National Black Journalists. And I want to say they have, it's like a convention they've been having for like 3 days this weekend. I want to say it was like 3 weekends. I want to say it was like, 3 weekends, 3 days. I believe it was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then I believe on Saturday they gave out awards, and they gave Stephen A. Smith the thumbs down award. So I played this clip on why they gave it to Stephen A. Smith. And I think realistically, where it's like, again, when we talk about it bleeds, it leads, because I can ask anybody who listening, I will ask y'all, how much content have you heard about anything coming from this convention or this conference or however they call it out of those other days, where it's kind of like, it's sad that this is the biggest story to come out of that whole weekend.
Stephen A. Smith, sports analyst and political commentator. Smith has established a recurring public pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent Black women across politics, sports, and media. Such commentary reinforces harmful narratives, undermines the fair and respectful representation of Black women in public discourse, and stands in direct conflict with NABJ's long-standing commitment to accurate, responsible, and inclusive portrayals of Black communities.
So again, of course, Stephen A. Smith is going to, sometime this week, I'm sure you will get a crazy Stephen A. rant going back at that whole entire situation. And realistically, probably, I know he'll eventually have a back and forth. I'm kind of almost assume he'll get one with whoever's super popular that was there, probably like your Roland Martins, maybe like your Jamel Hills. I can imagine he'll milk this at least for an entire week, just because the NFL is still just in preseason. So I kind of already know, even in his tweet and his response when this started to go viral, he kind of just tweeted them and added them and was like, hey, thanks for the early Christmas gift. Because I mean, Stephen A. lives in the content creating society. He understands, like, back and forth, any form of beef is going to get him clicks and views. And the sad thing is, I'm sure all of these journalists, no one giving Stephen A. this award, they knew what type of energy Stephen A. was going to get back. And I don't necessarily, sometimes some people believe all press is good press. So I'm sure some people believe, like, oh, this is cool. They threw this jab almost intentionally, because again, I don't know any other awards they gave out. And that to me is kind of sad, where it's like, damn, I hate the fact that we live in a world where, again, negative stuff will always lead further than whatever positive stuff you got going on. So I'm sure if you are into just journalistic back and forth, you can probably lock in the Stephen A. Smith YouTube channel, his social medias, because I'm 100% positive before this week is out, you will probably get at least 3 to 4 different rants from Stephen A. Smith going back and forth with who at the whole conglomerate and whatever other journalists who may jump out there after he puts out his initial video. But real quick, something that I watched on Netflix is called Big Chicken. And Big Chicken on Netflix, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sitting here saying it will make you become a vegan tomorrow. But if you sit here and take time, and it's one of them shows or one of those documentaries where you can low-key kind of just put it on as like background noise and you can kind of just let it play. And anytime you glance up at the TV and you paying attention to what he's talking about, if it catch your eye for like 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to really lock in for like, because I believe ain't nothing but like an hour and 30 minutes, something like that. It's not a super long documentary, but it's one of them jumps where you may just be not paying attention fully. But again, every time you like give it a 5 or 10 minute window, you'll lock in and be like, oh, am I really supposed to be eating this much chicken? Because again, it's not just fried chicken. This is your rotisserie, it's your grill, this whatever. It's the way just chicken is done up now. And if your body takes too much chicken, how it will cause your body to react differently the more chicken you ate. So I want to sit here and say for, what was it, 28 days, I want to say he ate like 50 different meals involved chicken. So you can kind of see him becoming very sluggish, and he's sitting here like you can like, and I don't necessarily know if some of it was like over dramatic to kind of like push the documentary and kind of make you really lock in. But even when you go into just the way they kind of process the chicken, and then they sit here and like when they went to Detroit, they didn't go to Detroit, they went to Chicago, and they were just talking about the food deserts and how it was so many different places that had like, they literally like, you had no grocery stores, you had no type of healthy options, but it was like in this neighborhood, they got 5 different fried chicken spaces. And then again, for all the people who believe it ain't like chicken ain't real because how they got all of these chickens, bro. Trust me, he went to Tyson's Chicken Farm, and I swear to God, man, the way that this chicken was just coming out rolling, rocking and rolling. Like people complain about like Amazon and how Amazon's work stuff was going on. He interviewed somebody who worked at this warehouse, dog, and I'm sitting here telling you that some of these people had to wear diapers just to keep changing, like just cutting the chicken and cracking the chicken head and skinning the chickens or whatever the case may be. So let's be clear, they was I want to see, I forgot the exact number, but it was something like ridiculous on how many chickens came off that belt in like seconds and minutes, and how people just had to literally. So just think about somebody cutting and cleaning your chicken off or breaking the chicken's bones so they can kind of, it depends on how they was wrapping it up, and these people at the same time pissing on themselves. So again, it's one of them things where it's kind of will make you, I'm not sitting here saying it'll make you become a vegan, but it will make you sit here and say, damn, should I really be eating chicken as often as I'm eating chicken? Because it just seemed like it's a little bit, it's out of pocket, to be honest. If I'm just being real, where it's kind of like, I don't necessarily know if all that chicken is really healthy for you. And it just, and if you somebody who eat chicken and you got to have like rice and potatoes with it and bread and this, that, and the third, and you ain't eating it down with no vegetables, please watch this goddamn Big Chicken on Netflix. It will make you sit here and question how often you really should be eating chicken, and especially eating chicken without having vegetables on the side of it. Because again, the older you get, and it's so crazy watching that on Netflix, and then you know how social media kind of get with Instagram. So if I make a video and then I post it, now all like literally for like, since I posted, I want to say I maybe posted that video like Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember what day it was, but I swear to God, bro, I've had so many goddamn inflammation videos come down my timeline where it's like, oh, is your kidneys backed up and this, that, and the third. If you're dealing with bloating and this, that, and the third, I'm like, bro, social media is so vicious of how like it can literally just like, I'm telling you, bro, I've seen every tummy tea cleanser, every pill that you should be sitting here taking to deal with your knees or your legs swelling up or whatever the case may be. So again, like I sit here and say, if you are somebody who eats a lot of chicken, I please recommend watch The Bigger Chicken on Netflix. I promise you, it will make you at least, again, I'm not sitting here saying it's gonna make you want to become a vegan, and some people it may creep you out enough, or it may make your stomach turn enough, because if you start to really listen to the symptoms that he was sitting here saying, and when he was going to ask like doctors, he was going, I want to say, where did he go? I want to say he went to Michigan, and he talked to a doctor, and the doctor was telling him like stuff that his body probably was already feeling. These are the side effects from eating too much chicken. And this was the night before, the dude was in his room and he was sitting here saying like all the things that was kind of giving him problems, how he was like constipated, or how he was on the bathroom and just like the way he was using the bathroom, it just didn't feel right, how he felt sluggish, how he felt like he was getting depressed because he just kept eating so much processed chicken. So again, that is something I highly recommend. Please go watch The Big Chicken on Netflix. And real quick, while we in the TV, I do want to talk about Lioness. And I finally caved in, because I'm not gonna lie to you, the promo on that show is so goddamn crazy how they promote that show. I got to give people their credit. The way it kind of just literally just flooded the timelines. Here you go.
Are you Captain Corella? What the fuck do you think you're doing? Flying in SF Unity to Alessandro reporting to command. You just fired our fucking Humvees? JSOC said covert. They watched the airport. You can't sneak into this fucking
Whoa.
place.
You think I fucking choose how I get in a fucking country? You think I fucking plan it? Of course we notify fucking command. They just didn't notify anyone else. Stop acting like it's your first fucking day in the army.
That is 3 KIAs because that's
Where's the
rookie
medic?
fucking bullshit. Hey, are you gonna call their parents? No, that's my fucking job.
And do your job.
Oh, I will, bitch.
Don't fucking touch me. Hey.
I will murder you, bitch. Fucking murder you, bitch.
What the fuck am I watching? Captain!
Right here.
You will stand down! Stand down! And you!
Be very fucking careful the way you fucking talk to me. I'm the highest ranking officer anywhere I fucking go. And this base better start fucking acting like it! A 2-vehicle escort? That's what you send me. Some fucking teenagers with M16s from the first fucking Gulf War? That's what I get!
I can't send more than 2 without an Iraqi platoon overseeing. You want 28 Iraqis looking at your face? My order was to make it look routine, and that's what we did. I'll send you back in Bradley's with an Iraqi escort.
Fuck you will. You're putting us all in a Chinook, and you're fucking flying us to Kuwait. Now, where's your office?
Why?
Because it's my fucking office now!
Through the double doors all the way down on the right.
You in my fucking office in 10 minutes.
Who the fuck is that?
DOD has a dark side, Captain. You just met it.
And again, like I said, the promo online in this, it kind of made me sit here and wonder, I'm like, is this real what I'm seeing? Because how many people are actually watching? And let's be clear, for season 3, the numbers that came in for the, I want to say for the, what was this, the grand open, whatever, the beginning of the season, episode 1 for season 3, they sit here and say they had over 7 million people watch that one episode. So again, that was the largest hit, its peak on it. Most people have ever watched that show. So I kind of made me wonder where it's like, damn, is this like, because it was just so crazy, like how just randomly, like, you they 3 seasons in, this show been on since 2023, and that clip I just played, that was from season 2, and that was, I want to say, episode 2 of season 2. I'm not fully all the way done season 2 yet, and so it kind of made me question where it's like, is this real what I'm seeing? All the people on the timeline talking about it, because I mean, or is it kind of like promo? I don't necessarily know, because it's 2026. I kind of get confused when I just see too much of one thing and everybody kind of talking about it, and it just feel like everybody talking about it, and it came out of just like the blue, out of nowhere. And it's one of those shows realistically where it's like, I don't think realistically people trying to do like weekly breakdowns on it. I kind of think, I mean, if that's your lane and you just talk about TV, I kind of understand it, but I don't feel like it's one of those shows that you can kind of do that too. I feel like it's one of those comfort shows where, like, almost like how I felt about Queen Latifah's version of, she played The Equalizer. Like, it's one of those shows where you can just watch and you can just enjoy it. It's a comfort show. It's not like, to me, like, I don't even necessarily know if you could really do a spoiler outside of season 1, the very final jump. Like, you had to watch every episode. I don't feel like you could sit here and really spoil it unless I say, oh, season 1, episode 8, how it ended, you can kind of spoil it that way. But outside of that, it's really one of them shows where you kind of just really got to watch. And it's one of them shows where you low-key got to really be paying attention, because sometimes it'll be like, it won't be no sound and they just moving around in the woods, or they doing whatever the case may be, and you got to be paying attention, or you'll be too late. You trying to look up at the TV and you hear somebody shooting and you don't even know how they got where they going. So again, Lioness, I understand the hype. Like, trust and believe, it's worth the hype. I don't necessarily know if it's worth sitting here, people trying to do breakdowns every week. I feel like that's kind of like you pushing it, but I do understand the hype. But it do also make me sit here and wonder, what is our infatuations as American with good military TV shows and movies and cop TV shows and movies, but 90% of us would not go serve in the military or want to be a police officer?
That's why we watch it.
That's exactly why you watch it. You get the feeling of it. Oh, damn, this is how it is. That's why you watch it. Most of the stuff that you watch is, oh, damn, I want to. Yeah, that's why you watch it.
It made me wonder, though. I mean, and you might be right. That may be.
Even talking to him, like, when a coworker, like, he served and all that, and he was like, man, that's how that shit really is. So that's what I'm saying. Like I said, you get that aspect of, damn, this is really how it is.
But I mean, I guess the reason when I say it like that, I guess because it's like so many shows and movies like where people kind of don't watch if you're not really into whatever it is. But I wonder what is the draw to just like, and this is not just a one race thing. This is everybody, because these shows, a show to get 7 million views, this is not just a one race type of show. Do I think black people probably like it a lot more because the lead character is a black woman in the military, where kind of like, damn, to us that seems a little bit like almost damn near like on some LeBron James. It's some one-on-one shit where it's like you don't see this that often. So I do understand even when people love her character. And let's be clear, even with the humanity, like in season 1, I mean, I'm sure for most people, if y'all already been watching it, this is not a spoiler, but that car accident with her daughter and her, even just before it got into the car accident, where it was like her and her husband are like super successful at their jobs, where like she's elite. She is an elite level military. Like even when she just spazzed out on dude, where it's like, nigga, I don't care where I go, I'm the highest ranking motherfucker, period, wherever we at. I don't care where we at, I'm him. Every time we step here, this is who I am. So for her to kind of put her career ahead of her family, again, you kind of seeing that dynamic where you kind of respect it. Like, damn, it's normally never the woman, where her husband is a doctor, but he kind of like, no disrespect, he kind of like the housewife.
I think you got to accept it though, because you don't know actually what is her job title and what she do.
But I get what you're saying, but I'm sure still it's kind of hard. Like reason why I see him say that, because even what's the older, the white lady who's above her, her and her husband kind of still bump heads when it comes to like the ego shit. Where her husband
different, yeah, one is CIA or whatever top rank, and she is. So like they don't. You're not supposed to be, but we are who we are, and that's why like if you notice, like he feeds some information to her to try to get what they doing or whatever the case may be. It's just a dynamic. Like with the husband, I think he's more so in love with her and who she is.
But he don't really, like, he know who she is, but he really don't know who she is.
I think you looking when you watch it more, like he really don't know who she is. Like I said, what he might have fell in love with, and with her, like he fell in love with that person. Because I feel like she puts on a whole different. Because she's not dead majority of the time. He's always taking care of the kids. He always doing everything. So like I said, he fell in love with that person.
Yeah, and I mean, even then he kind of like, and we in the chat, we talking about Linus. Even just in his, I mean, I guess that one to me, that's, I guess as a man, when you kind of watching that, it's like, damn, like, because I don't necessarily know what's the pay dynamic. Like I don't even know. Like he kind of like you. I feel like you taking.
I think it's
like you taking the house. You're being the house husband, or like you kind of taking on the majority parent role. But I don't necessarily know if she make way more money than him, because he's a doctor and he's a surgeon.
Yeah, I think the perks are different.
What's the perks? I can't, like, you tell me what you feel like
working for the government, like the perks, like you get, you know what I'm saying? Like she's in and out of the country.
The perks for her, but as a husband, what perks do I get?
Everything is taken care of though. Like that's why I say I don't.
Marcus, I hear what you're saying, but you're making it like everything will be taken care of if she didn't have her job. This nigga's a surgeon. He's not a chump. He's not somebody's goddamn like random local doctor that you're going to go see if you need like chicken pox shots or something. Like, nigga, he's a surgeon.
And which they not always working. So I feel like he's probably fine with, okay,
Yeah,
some men are okay with just taking care of them, making sure the family's good. Like, you don't have to just, I'm just work.
You got any thoughts on this, Erica?
I feel like, first of all, I feel like she make more money than him.
Okay.
I feel like she makes more money than him. And I feel like it's a, like he said, I feel like he fell in love with her. I don't think, like, if you continue to watch even into the 3rd season, he knows like kind of what she does, but he doesn't know for sure. Like, he don't know like the work she be putting in.
But you can even tell when she come home, like, even, okay, let's go back to season 1. Just even with the,
because I see you now, you haven't seen the whole thing, but not the sport. Like it's like an episode where like she came up on the TV and she like cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't know actually everything she do.
No, that's cool. I understand that part, but that's still to me where it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that's a tough pill for the average man to be able to swallow. And y'all may be right. He may just really just love his wife, and that's how he just she ended up becoming who she became. Because even I remember when she was in the hospital with their daughter, and she was sitting here saying where it's like, me and your dad had you early, and we was kind of both like our careers wasn't set in stone yet when we had you, and then we eventually came whoever. So maybe realistically, he just was, like you said, he fell in love with who she was as a person originally, and then she came to be this elite military person, and now so you kind of, I'm already in love with this person. There ain't no kind of, and we got a kid, so it's no backpedaling into it. So I mean, you're right, and Erica may be right too. She may make more money. I don't necessarily. I'm sure that to me, the pay would have to be amazing for you to be able to just keep just leaving the way she got to leave, and she don't even be having no real guaranteed return dates. Like that to me is kind of crazy. But I was mad when going into season 2. I'm like, damn, the girl who was kind of like, I guess her understudy in season 1 didn't come back and return to season 2, because that shit to me was like elite. Like the way that final season, she ain't in there.
Yeah, she is.
No, she not.
Pilot chick.
Yeah, where's she at? Well, not in season.
I think in season 2 she fell off a little bit in season 2, but she's back in season 3.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, yeah, I'm about to say yeah.
Because they do a lot of going back and forth, so you don't really. That's why that's one of them shows. But yeah, you got to pay attention because they do a lot of before this. So like, I don't know what episode you actually on, but like they might be showing prior to her getting. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of that.
To it.
Oh well, I'm gonna see. That clip I just played. So I think I'm in season 2, episode 3. So maybe I'm just saying for right now, where I'm at on season 2 right now, that girl who literally just was like the main, like her main understudy in season 1, she not back or returned on season 2 yet. So that's
she still.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't know that. But again, the way that season 1 ended, if you haven't already watched Linus, again, that make again, and one thing I will sit here and say is, they so vicious with it because I like my homegirl was like, man, you need to watch it. So I was like, all right, she let me. I went on Amazon. It was on Amazon. They only had 2 episodes. So I respect how Paramount kind of really be kind of like low key trying to like bully niggas to sit here and get their junk. I still don't feel like, now maybe if y'all can tell me it's another show on Paramount. Again, I see people talking about what's the young lady? I don't want to screw her name up, but what is it? Something that in Detroit. I forgot her name is Dara in Detroit.
Dara.
Yeah, in Detroit. So, but again, I just don't know. Paramount to me just like, I even hate the fact that I seen, and this is the worst take I ever seen. I seen this girl, and people was dragging her in the comment section. So I'm glad that people kind of took up. But this girl was sit here, came on Threads and was like, I'm gonna sit here and down this hill that Tubi got a better catalog than Netflix. I'm like, all right, dog, you just sound stupid. Like it's no, like you can't. It's not like dog.
When she said catalog, what did she actually?
I don't give a fuck what she's sitting here saying. It don't matter what she's saying. It don't have it. It's not even comparable.
No, I think
It depends on what you're looking for.
Like if she's looking for like the romantic black movies and all that, she might, like I said, it might have that on there. Like people like that stuff.
Cinema?
Like everybody don't have that. Oh, I want the best, picture. Like I like the bootleg movies.
No, listen to what I'm saying. All of that's cool. That shit can't but come on, dog. You can't compare that to Netflix, dog. Like that's like we sit here trying
acting
like
of the movies, like the people that's
saying
in it.
I don't even care about that shit. We just fuck the acting because we can say I will put Beauty and Black against anything on Tubi, and that's just one. And people kill Tyler Perry.
But look what you saying. Like that's what I'm saying. But she might like those soap opera type of.
You just can't sit here and say shit. That shit is just dumb, though. That's like me sitting here saying Lil B better than Lil Wayne. Lil B got a better back catalog on mixtape than fucking Lil Wayne. Like it's just some shit that you just can't not say because it don't make sense. I don't care what you like. Tubi don't got enough of that for you to sit here and say it got a better.
Tubi got a lot of black ratchet movies.
Yes.
Cool. That shit just like, come on, man. Fuck, man, I guess. If your mind is stuck on Zeus Network, then you got it. I'm not. That shit is ridiculous to me. Like that shouldn't even be said to nobody. Nobody should sit here even think about agreeing to that. That shit is dumb, though. Netflix at least once a week come out with a show. And then again, if you like Linus, it's damn. I'm so mad that I didn't remember the name of the joint I watched. I think it's called Unfair, and it's on Netflix. It's a spy joint. I swear to God, that shit dope. And that's one of the reasons why I say like those to me are the easiest kind of movies almost to sit here and just like get into and kind of watch, and you will really appreciate them jumps because it's like, again, maybe because what Marcus said, because people those ain't the jobs that we sit here and pick. So you kind of be almost like so amazed at like, damn, people really kind of like this is their real job. Like this shit gets so crazy where you may literally not make it home. But again, like I said, and that real quick, I didn't finish this one. I only kind of like because I ended up finding a way to watch Linus, so I didn't finish watching this. But they got a new Charles Manson doc on Netflix. I want to say it's like 3 episodes. I literally maybe only got like 20 minutes into it, and even when the part that I got to, it was like I didn't know he had other people killing people for him.
Charles Manson.
Yeah, like girls doing the jump for him.
Yeah, that was like back in like the 50s and shit, right?
Yeah.
Because he had a cult. It was like he had a cult.
Yeah, see, so I'm not, like I said, I'm literally like 20 minutes in, so I will finish watching that this week because I did, like, again, like I said, Linus, I understand the hype. I get it. I don't necessarily know if I had to pay to watch Paramount. I don't necessarily know if I would be okay with paying to watch it just for one show. And again, I know it's
just to put on when you like they have other shows on there. Like they got this thing called a show called Mary Kingstown. I think it's coming back out for another season. It might be like 4 seasons already. That's a pretty good show.
All right, maybe I got to see.
I said, you got the FBI, you got all them CBS shows on there. And then you got the kids stuff that's on there. Like that's what I said. I think you probably just looking at what show, because like I said, even with Stars and stuff like that, like all right, you paid for that, but what else are you watching on Stars?
But that was another reason. Only reason why I got Stars is because it was $2 for 6 months.
But that's what I'm saying. But the way Stars always marketed their plans and all that, right? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they know how to get you in. Hey, the new episode of what's name is about to come on. Here's $2.99 for the rest of the year. They just know how to bait you in. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like I would rather pay for Paramount than paying for Stars.
I mean, the only reason why I agree with you because of course the NFL season come right around, so they do all get all the CBS games. So I'm with you. I do agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think realistically for me, when people complain about like two things I hate people complaining about, and again, y'all can complain about how you want to spend your money is cool, is Apple Music and Netflix. And maybe that's just because those things I use every day, dog. I can't like even Apple, like dog, you didn't have to ask me, can you up my shit $1? I'm not canceling my Apple Music because of $1. $1 American dollar, though. Do you know how long I listen to music in the gym? If I go to the gym every day or just do a walk outside for 2 to 3 hours every day, bro, that's worth an extra. That's worth my $11. I wouldn't even care if that shit was $50 a month. That's how much I listen to music. I would pay for it. I don't want it to be $50 a month, but it just be certain shit. And I be seeing people complain like, oh, if Apple Music up there shit one more time, I'm gonna go to Spotify. Like, what the for $1? You complain you don't listen to enough music if you complaining about Apple Music up in their shit for $1 American dollar. You don't listen to enough music, and then that's the reason why all your favorite artists gotta sit here and be on stream and doing the TikTok battles and all that other crazy shit.
Mine went up to $19.99.
But I'm sure you got more than one person on yours.
Oh yeah, I got the family one.
Yeah, so that's why.
But that's what I'm saying. You're talking because you're the only person on yours, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. When them other people are arguing about they probably had family plans.
I thought about it. I was about to cancel my.
Yeah, so you got 3 people on there?
Uh-huh.
$19 for 3 people. I know every time I come in here, one of your kids in here playing music. So you ain't not about to sit here and tell me that fucking $19.99 is bothering you. Make one of their little ass play it then. Like, come on, y'all gotta be serious. It's just some shit that you cannot sit here and complain about and you sit here and use all the time. It's not like you barely listen to music. This a difference. I get what you see here saying if you barely listen to music. I can respect it. I know for a fact her daughter listens to music. So that even if nobody else don't listen to it on that plan, her daughter listens to enough music that it's worth $19.99.
I don't even know if she always on Apple Music though. Well, like I said, High Life, he would be using the YouTube. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's why
maybe that could be true too. But still, then that would have to be a conversation that you and your kid would have to have. I'm not disagreeing, but I just know that she listened to enough music that it's worth $19.99 just for her alone. Now, if she listened to it on YouTube, then that's a different ballgame. But again, if you somebody like me and you sit here talking about your data plans on your phone and all of that, guess what? YouTube eats your data plan up on you. We talking about just on your I guess your Wi-Fi minutes or whatever, however they do the phone bill. That YouTube shit eat it more than your Apple Music. You can put your Apple Music on and just let it rock out. It's not going to do nothing. The same way you listen to a podcast, and especially if you got the music already downloaded. So again, it's just a little bit different. I just think it's just certain things that we complain about. It'll be like, is it really worth complaining about? Again, if you somebody, again, I understand if you work too much and you don't get a chance to sit home and watch any of these TV shows, then cool, you may want to complain about Netflix. But if you somebody who literally got at least, man, if you got at least 5 hours a week just to watch TV, Netflix pay for itself every single time, though. I don't care what you say. They always got something to watch. But again, you may be somebody like me where you catch FOMO and you just online too much and you just keep saying line this. Like literally this clip, I'm just like, before I even seen it, I'm like, damn, I just seen this clip come down my timeline like 10 times. It made me feel like, damn, I'm missing out on some shit. Like that shit, like literally, if I couldn't find a way to sit here and watch this shit, I was willing to give Paramount my bread. But again, like I said, shout out to Linus. That to me is definitely worth it, John. Again, season 1 was super fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even just the little, and it was kind of crazy. I don't want to spoil it because some people may have not seen it, but that little, just even having it go like you having a lesbian relationship with a Muslim woman was kind of insane. Like this shit is that they would have, like, the girl was mad that I ended like how it ended and she ended up smoking her father. Her father would have fucked around and killed her ass if he would have found out that she was fucking with this girl. Like, you know that Muslims don't play about that goddamn gay shit. So she kind of realistically, to be honest, like I understand in the moment that girl probably would have felt like that. That to me would have been kind of like, now when you're talking about shows having like great storylines, to me would have been better if you see him saying season 2 kind of played into that dynamic. Like if that girl ever tried to reach back out to her or try to find her or anything like that, because it was like she low-key did her a favor because the girl was forced to get married because her dad was who her dad was. Mm-hmm. And then she really didn't want to marry the dude, and she really wanted to be in love. And then you sit here and say, I get to find love with this fucking girl. And again, in your religion, that shit is a hell no. And in your country you live in the country they were trying to make you live in, that's a super hell no. So to kind of just allow that to kind of like play out, and I even just like how, man, that white girl went fucking crazy on that last episode. Like, listen, America, that's why I say we talked about it last week. The problems start way before we get to the rap music, because you'll be so excited to see that level of violence, because again, realistically, the average human could not do what that woman did. Like she got rid of 2 grown ass men in the kitchen with no gun. She sliced them niggas up like Jackie Chan. So I listen to what I'm saying. That's why I sit here and said, I understand the easy talking points will be, oh, rap music is bad and this, that, and the third. Bro, you watch some of that shit, you get it. Man, I was happy that bitch got out of there. I'm rude, like, yeah, bitch, yeah. And just chopping niggas the fuck up in that goddamn kitchen. Like, come on, dog. Again, shout out to Linus. I'm not gonna lie to you. Season 1, I understood the hype. I understand, and I'm halfway into season 2. I understand why people love that show. So again, if you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor and go watch it. I guess let's get into a little bit of parenting. Parenting was the craziest conversation going on because kids are back to school. Back to school for most of the South already. They have already gone back to school already. And then again, I believe in the DMV area, you probably have 2 more weeks, maybe a week for some people. How long is a week? Yeah, so a week. You got a week for the DMV.
DC started. Some DC schools started last week.
Yeah, so basically the whole DMV will be back in school by at least by a week and no later than 2 weeks. I'm sure some of VA may not. But again, one of the conversations it was kind of heavy on, it was just the way the kids were going to school and even the grading scale real quick. I'll start off with the grading scale, then we'll get into the close.
Doing here? What are we doing here? Why are we lowering the bar? Like, I don't understand it. We're not giving these kids a fighting chance. You trying to tell me a 44? I would have been honor roll from kindergarten, summa cum laude. I would have been an engineer. With this rating, yo, I don't care what this new school era is saying to your children. You have to teach your children excellence. Teach your children excellence. I get that we have learning curves. I get that some kids learn slower than others. But when you are giving them an out, this is an out. We're giving them an out. We are giving them, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. Everything is not going to be okay. You got to be a parent. Just because this is what their standards are doesn't mean it has to be the standard in your household. This right here is not going to fly. This is not going to fly. My mother and my aunt, they would have never went for this. Our era would have never went for this. Parents, still be parents. Make your children go up and beyond. This right here is just right.
Real quick, I want to pause it because I don't necessarily know how much it's a difference between. I feel like the F is kind of higher now, though, because I feel like back in the day, a 60 was still a D. So now they sitting here saying, oh, well, this, he looking at old school versus new school. Let me see, what's the new school, John? Oh, my bad. Yeah. New school, their new grading scale is an A is 84% to 100%. A B is 64 to 84. A C is 44 to 64. A D is 24 to 44%. And an F is 0% to 24. As somebody who was a C-level student, I would have probably been an honor roll student at this point because they made it extremely too easy because you sitting here saying when we was in school, a 65 was a D. So you sit here saying now a 65 is a B. it's kind of where it's like,
is that in the chat? You got it in the chat?
Yeah, I think I sent. I'll send it again, so you can look at it. Yeah, I just sent it again. So again, to me, it's like, I guess as a parent, how can you be kind of almost lying to yourself? Like, would you be happy with that shit? Yeah, my kid is an honor roll student, but my kid really still stupid.
No, because I would.
Like, think about what we see and say. Like, I trust him, but listen, I was at best, I was a good C student in certain classes. I could bang out an A or B. Like and the crazy thing is, like, government, I don't know how the hell I always got A's in government and history and shit like that, but that was just one of those classes that I kind of always just got A's in. And I'm talking about like strong A's in them classes, but certain jokes where it's like, it just wasn't my best. Like, damn, dog. Like, I'm mad that I would have literally been an honor roll student, but I just think sometimes we sit here saying, like, would that shit benefit your kid? Because now I feel like they changing the grading scale, so now more kids can kind of be able to get accepted to college, and now more kids kind of get in debt to go into college. It's almost a trick bag for real. Because how you gonna tell your kid they can't go to college and they've been a 3.0 student their whole entire time through high school because they didn't change the grading scale now?
Yeah, that's sad. Cause like what that's
like, yeah, that's something that realistically as a parent you gotta kind of be honest, you gotta think about. Like, you kind of don't want to sit here and set your kid up for that level of failure, because realistically, I mean, that's just honestly what it will be. If you sit here and you accept the low grading just because they changed the grading scale, you kind of really got to still pay attention to how your kid really is in the house and be able to like do their math and their whatever, their reading classes or whatever they got going on. You gotta have a parent, you have to really be a parent, because if you allow just that grading scale to change and allow your kid to be an honor roll student and trick them into going to college, and you know that your kid dumb as a bag of rocks, is kind of insane.
Yeah,
what you thinking about?
The bed, me in it, my eyes closed. The next day, me in the bed, eyes still closed. Wake up, look, go brush my teeth, get my tablet, get back in the bed.
So you're not ready for school?
And again, I mean, these little videos be cute and stuff, but at the same time, it's kind of, again, I think a lot of that kind of got to go back just into parenting. When we sit here talking about parenting, you're talking about how you get your kids ready for school and how they will perform. I do think realistically, we got to have, you know, the crazy thing is, one thing I will sit here and say is, I'm surprised on how many people can sit here and eyeball what fake clothes look like. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll play this clip of this dude right here talking about, just how I guess the kids going back to school and they wearing the fake designer. And I seen people, like, it's a video, I want to say the Shade Room posted it, and it was a lady sitting here talking about it. I want to say, matter of fact, it started from this right here.
What'd you say? Another day, another statistic. View discretion advised.
Oh, shit.
Okay, y'all, what is Gibby?
4th grade.
What grade you going to?
4th grade.
Okay, 4th grade, 1st grade. Thank you. It's them Barbies.
Walk. Attitude.
Ooh, walk out. Ooh, attitude. Ooh, walk out. I was really hoping that was AI. I really was. Like, deep down, I was like, please let this be AI. I couldn't find anything to justify that. There's a lot I could say about this video, but the thing that bothers me most is which one of you niggas gave her the opportunity to be a mother? That's what I'm more upset about. Because I'm sure you could see these attributes that she would now pass down to her children when you met her. I'm sure. Because if you got to the point of intimacy, she showed you something. And one of you niggas, if not multiple, gave her 3 kids.
And real quick, for people who maybe have not seen the video, it was a woman, I want to say Neighborhood Talk posted one, and it was a lady who was kind of doing a talking over this with, but this video basically was 2 little girls. One was in the 1st grade, one was in the 4th grade. They doing a little, you heard the mom say, walk, and they sit here and give attitude, and they put their middle finger up at the camera, and they are in uniform. And again, when you sit here saying, like, I don't know what's the laws on calling child protective custody services on these parents, but it was just like, why the fuck would you record your kids doing shit like that, getting them that hyped to get ready to go into school? Like, why you sitting here, just even the music they playing, you sitting here listening to whatever fucking drill song they was listening to on your way to school, and you sit here now that this got to be some fucking teacher's responsibility to deal with your kid that you done battered up and got so fucking hyper aggressive with. It's just like, come on, dog. And I understand it's the first week of school, but at the same time, it's just be like some of that shit is just stupid. So I really just don't understand it. But again, we sit here saying I seen the high school kids where, again, I don't know. Maybe it's somebody, I don't wear design and shit, so I don't know what's fake and what's real. But I seen it was a video, again, I think I want to say like the Shade Room posted it, and it was all the kids with like, maybe they was like in Atlanta somewhere. All the kids got on designer school, going back to school. They got money phones. They doing the money challenge shit on their arms and all that other crazy stuff. And it was just like, one, I hate there's so many adults was in the comments seeing talking about the kids wearing fake shit. Why the fuck do you care? One, and then my question is, how do you know what's fake and what's real? Because if you know that it's fake by just eyeballing it off a video and not seeing where the package came in, that make me see and question like, how much fake shit do you wear? So how do you even know that? But again, let me play this.
I'm seeing first day of school fits. They're going designer crazy, okay? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. When I was growing up, nigga, you wouldn't dare fathom putting no fake shit on your body. I know reps and all that shit's normalized, right? So that's why kids right now is popping out the first day of school with the no yard bags on. They got the Fuchsi's and all that. They popping out proud. Never seen $500 in 20s, but you got on Go Yard. When me growing up, you couldn't even wear the lesser name brand shit. Nigga, do you know the repercussions if you wore USPA? Do you know the trauma that came behind two niggas on a horse? Do you understand what bullying was at an all-time high at that time? If you wore some fake shit back when I was in school, you wouldn't even try no fake designer back in the day. Bitch, they would hang you. Niggas was trying fake Jordans. You would try to get a little risky and go fake Jordan on the body. You want to know what would happen? You walk through the door at 8 o'clock. By 8:03, it's 72 niggas on your shoes. As soon as you walk through the door, yo, what stars right there? Let that paint be off a little bit. Let the aglet on the fucking tip of the lace be off just a little bit, my nigga. And they're gonna sound an alarm. They're gonna make an announcement. So let the whole school know you got some fake shit on. Bros are going to dispense from the horizons, teachers, security guards, lunch ladies.
Again, I don't honestly know how people know the difference between any of this stuff. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't, just me personally, I can't eyeball that stuff, so I don't necessarily know what the answer is. But I do think it's kind of crazy that even you, not necessarily setting your kid up to go to school in fake shit is cool. If that's what they want to do and they comfortable with wearing it, then knock yourself out. But I do sit here and wonder where it's like, where do you set the room for your kid to kind of grow personality wise, where it's like, if they feel like I can't go back to school unless I got on Balenciaga or I got on Amiri jeans or I got on whatever these case may be. Cool. Even if it's fake, it's still just the fact that they feel like they got to have that type of stuff where it's like now, like okay, cool. You could fake it all the way through high school. But what about when they go out to the real world?
At the end of the day, like, why we even give a fuck about all of that? Like, look at what they changing these grade levels to. And you worried about somebody having on designer and fake shit? That's why they able to do this and nobody say nothing.
Yeah, that's what kind of, I ain't gonna lie to you. And when we talk about bad parents and having your kid miss the first day of school, I ain't gonna lie, some teachers wasn't going for it.
Am I the only parent that allows their kids to start school a little bit late? Like, school starts in Miami tomorrow, Thursday. We're not doing that. Like, we will see you on Monday. My baby will be there bright and early on Monday.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it deeper than it is, but I feel like doing something like this is a disservice to your children. I feel like you're teaching them bad habits because you're allowing them to think that ignoring deadlines and start dates is okay. You're allowing them to feel like the world is going to cater to them when that's simply not the case. You know, if you are an adult, in the real world, you're an adult and you're offered a job and they say, hey, you're going to start this job on this date. And then you don't show up for 2-3 days, there's a good chance that when you do actually go to that job, you're not going to have that job. If you're in college and you're supposed to start class on this specific date, and then you don't show up for 2 or 3 days later, when you go to that class, there's a good chance that you're going to be dropped. And a person that actually wanted to be in that class that was on the wait list is going to take your spot. So I just feel like we got to be careful what we're showing our kids. You know, she also talked about, you know, starting the school year in the middle of the week. It's going to be chaotic. You can miss the first 2 days and just start fresh on a Monday. So what if it's chaotic? Let them go through the chaos. It's only going to make them better. don't hold your kids back and for no reason, really, let them go through that stuff, get used to the things that they have to get used to those first 2 days. And then by next week, everybody should be on the same page and things are easier. What are you purposely holding your child back? Purposely allowing them to fall behind, even if it's just 2 days. It doesn't make any sense. Just be there when you're supposed to be there.
So I guess how do y'all feel about that? What's y'all thoughts on that one?
I agree with him. Like, what's the purpose of like the first day of school, the first few days they get to know people, and like, so why not just send her?
Yeah, I honestly I don't get it, and that to me is just it's just stupid. Where it's like, what the hell? I don't get it though. And I guess my question will be when it comes to like just parenting is like, I mean, I guess you can't even see. I can't even get mad at some of these people because, like, I guess my question was like, who be laying up with these people where you feel like this is the type of person I want to have kids with, where this is the type of shit that they allowing our kid to do. But again, I'm sure realistically, it don't matter if it's a single mom or single dad. If it's the one parent who kind of just got the main responsibilities of being the parent, it's kind of like you kind of just do what you want. But I just hate that people are sitting here having kids with motherfuckers who don't even take school serious. And again, I think sometimes, I'm saying that as somebody who just probably, and not even seeing that I didn't take school as serious, but I wasn't just a great student, period. But you don't understand how important it is until you get older, where you kind of be like, damn, did you sit here and you'll the older you get, you'll sit here and question like, damn, did I not apply myself harder? Or should I have stayed back a couple of grades just so I can kind of get myself in order? You question all of those things because again, when you become an adult, you have real adult moments where you kind of be like, damn, did I sit here and get put behind the 8 ball because you didn't sit here and do better in school and you didn't go to college and you didn't do all these things? So just here saying, listening to parents or watching how parents are kind of setting their kids up for failure, where like, it's cool, it's cute, it'll go viral today, but it's like, damn, what about when your kid got to get out into the real world? And then again, if you're watching how the world is going in today's time, it don't necessarily mean it's going to get any easier. It feels like life is going to continuously get harder. So why do you want to sit here and put your kid behind the 8 ball? And you can see how the world is kind of structuring out right now, where there ain't really no more labor jobs. Because again, thank God for when I got out of high school, not going to college, you can see it was easy to go sit here and get you a construction job. It was easy to kind of go to one of those temp services, Jones, so you can sit here and go to a labor ready Jones. It was easy to be able to get some of those jobs, or even to be able to sit here and go work at a shoe store. It ain't even no shoe stores no more. Where you sit here and say you can go get a bunch of hours and work in the mall. What the fuck mall are you going to? So you kind of really setting your kid up for failure when you sit here saying there's not as many construction jobs no more. And I'm talking about like the easy jumps where you can sit here and go, it's a smaller construction company. They do a lot of work on the streets and shit like that, where I'm not sitting here saying, well, you don't have to go to school to sit here and go work at maybe trying to like build up the Redskins Stadium or something like that. I don't necessarily know. I just think a lot of these times when you hear these stories, I feel bad for the kids because the parents are just kind of like, you setting your kid up just for fucking failure. Like, that shit is crazy to me.
So I am on my lunch break. It is, 11:30 or something like that. And I just finished a 3-hour class. We have what's called block, and block is where first and second periods are combined for subjects that need it. And so I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully, after they finish. We had 2 paragraphs to read, 1 sentence, complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model. These are 17 and 18-year-old kids, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I gave them the scenario. We annotated together. I gave them the answers before we even had the problem. And they couldn't do it. I don't know. I simply don't know where the problem is. This is only day 2. And I have seniors who's...
Again, I mean, you kind of get his point, and I'm gonna tell you how much I hate the internet. The fact that y'all see, I didn't even go look and see what his past was. But I seen it started to pick up a little bit of steam on social media where people were sitting here saying he just started teaching. Oh, it was something was going on in his past or whatever the case may be. I didn't even kind of look to care because the fact that y'all was so butthurt that he sit here and put these seniors on blast that they can't read, that y'all sit here and wanted to criticize him as a teacher or a man, whatever decisions he had made, maybe in his past, it wasn't the greatest decisions. I don't think it was nothing like too crazy, but it just may have maybe just made some bad decisions in his past. What does that mean? That doesn't change that your kids are in his class and they can't read and they supposed to get ready to graduate from college. I literally just said this before I even played that. So that's just my point, where it's like we live in a world where y'all so pressed to sit here and try to defend your kid not be able to read. You sitting here trying to discredit this man as a teacher. Oh, he just starting to become a teacher. He is whatever the case may be. He didn't have no perfect past. That does not change the fact that your high school senior cannot read. He already an adult. He got a job. So it don't matter what he done in his past. Obviously, he can still, whatever he did, he can still get a job. Your kid can't read. Your kid can't read. Guess what your kid won't be? Nobody's fucking teaching in the future. So that don't mean that your kid gonna be able to get a job. That's the point where it's like, damn, like I hate the times that we live in, dog. Because again, it's just, I feel like we live in the times where it's so many I guess parents just still trying to be like, I guess like social media famous or trying to be whatever, that you kind of really not putting time into really legit being parents and taking care of your kids and making sure your kids are ready for the future. And that shit is kind of sad. Was this the video when a nigga was talking about the fake shit?
I open up TikTok and this the first thing I see. These just competing with grown folks now. Like, what can the grown folks wear? Like, the Jits is dressing like y'all now. Like, it's even. It's an even playing field now, bro. Jits got ERD, Rick. Them boys got Balenci now, like Goyard toiletries, bro. Like, it's up. I would have never thought I'd seen a day. You go to school and you treat it like it's the club, bro. Like, it's the same, bro. Like, it's the same now, especially down here, bro. Like, it's the same. Mind you, this is day 1, not 2, 3, 4, 5. We just gonna have to see, but them just stuck in right now, dog. Let them have it. It makes sense. This is what's in. This is what's popular. Bottega design.
But again, to me, the crazy thing is just even you as a man, where you sitting here trying to sit here and say, what are the adults supposed to wear? You're not supposed to be trying to dress like no fucking kid in the first place. So whatever they wearing, allow them to wear it. But again, I mean, that's just the times we live in. You talking about that's an adult. Hopefully, I'm sure he probably don't have kids. So maybe that's the reason why he feel that way. But I just hate the fact that we just live in times where you sitting here just, man, it's just stupid. I'm cool. Y'all just crazy as shit. I think that's all I got on school, I believe. What did I have? I think that was it. I guess let's go Remy Ma Papoose real quick. So people who may not know, of course, Claressa Shields had fights over the weekend. She had a fight this weekend, and she is now 19-0. She defeated whatever the woman named that she fought on Saturday. And I kind of have to agree with Marcus a little bit because he's kind of been sitting here saying, do people really pay attention to boxing like that? And of course, I kind of was just defending it. It was like, yeah, of course, people still, it just everybody just not Tank. Where Tank realistically is probably the biggest draw in boxing, period. Woman or man, people, it's an event. If Tank got a fight, people gonna have fight parties, people in the clubs gonna have fight watch parties, whatever the case may be. So that is the level of draw. Claressa Shields is not there to that level, and for her to be just a great woman boxer, it kind of speaks to she's not on that level because her fight was kind of like intertwined with Zeus Network, and that to me is kind of like, you be popping it too much for you to sit here like that. Shouldn't have been the fucking undercard for a Claressa Shields fight. Like, Claressa Shields is a legit real boxer, 19-0. She is probably, like, people sit here and say she's one of the greatest, or if not the greatest woman boxer of all time. But it's like, bro, you had Ray J and Orlando Brown fighting before your fight. You had whatever those two women, what, Big Lexi and what's the other girl, Takesha or Takasha, however you say her name, I believe. That may be, if I think I'm right, I think that is Krishan Rock's sister. I believe I could be wrong because I don't watch baddies. I don't know nothing about the Zeus Network. But just to see a Claressa Shields fight have those as the undercards, it made me really be like, damn, Claressa Shields, you need to focus more on
So she did fight?
Yeah, she fought.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was fighting. But I watched the other ones, but I didn't know she.
But that's my point though. Look how fucking crazy it is for her to be where people want to put her, and even for her to sit here and get upset with the BET Awards for the last 2 years because Angel Reese and Asia Wilson won the Woman Award. Because nigga, look who was sitting here fighting in front of you.
Like that, take you serious.
I can't take you serious. Motherfucker, like that's shit that Floyd Mayweather's doing now on the back end of his career as he's retired. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight on Zeus Network. I'm retired. This shit don't matter. But you're supposed to be at the peak of your career, but you're too busy worried about going back and forth with fucking Remy Ma. Like that shit is not even, obviously that's not even a draw enough for you that you got to sit here and have Ray J and Orlando Brown fighting before your professional fight. That don't take away from your skill level, but it takes away from you need to figure out how to market yourself. There's no way on God's green earth I should be watching a Claressa Shields fight and I got to watch, before I get to Claressa Shields, I got to go watch fucking Ray J and them.
It made people not take you serious.
Because who want, again, you watch that show. So if for people who don't watch that,
watched it for them. I didn't even.
No, so that's my point. So that's the bigger problem. Because somebody who really actually like boxing, I seen what's the girl Alicia Obama, but again Claressa Shields. I cannot believe. I can't believe that you even sit here and try to copy this girl whole outfit for the weigh-in. Like that shit to me is crazy. Like your body just ain't as fire as hers. Like let's be clear. Claressa Shields got a fat ass. I'm not gonna hold you, but just the way that bathing suit, like that weight, like that shit was soggy as fuck on you. Like you put them side by side. Did you see the gentleman beside her? I gotta send it to you so you can look at this shit right now. Like it don't even make no sense. And I know people try to fake do the colorism shit, so you kind of really can't talk about it and make it a big deal. But dog, I just gotta call it a spade. I'm still a nigga. I look at women, and if I get horny off of one and don't get horny off the other one, I don't give a fuck if it's black, light skin, or whatever. It just looked like shit. Like I can't believe Claressa Shields did that. Like look at this fucking girl, Alicia Obama, and just look at Claressa Shields. Like this shit don't. Why would you even play with her like that? Like, you know that this girl wore the same fucking joint, and y'all know that you and her got smoked. Why would you sit here and try to repeat the same shit she literally already done? And you know for a fact she gonna get on social media and pop it. That shit crazy to me. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do think realistically the real payday, I don't necessarily know how much off they are in weight class, but I would love to see those two women fight each other. I just think Claressa Shields is just going about just like her boxing career. Absolutely. I said this shit last week. Like you can't tell me you take it serious because there's no way in fucking hell you did anything with Ray J. That Alicia Obama girl fight on real fight cards. She headlines fights on Netflix. You're fighting on Zeus Network. Like the two can't even compare. Like that shit is sad, and I don't want to sit here and hit like, man, come on.
She got a bad marketing team or something.
A horrible marketing team. Because the Zeus Network, it's not, again, it shouldn't be, and I understand we live in a world where people so hung on money, and I can use that when we get in the capitalism conversation in a minute. I can play that going into the earn your leisure conversation. But just with that, man, Claressa Shields, I'm sorry, dog. Like I don't know what to tell you. You could be a great boxer, and I can't even really sit here and say it because you ain't like your fights ain't like people really ain't locking in watching them. And for you to do the Zeus Network shit, I don't know how you expect for me to sit here and take it serious because, again, that's the difference between you and Alicia Obama is people know Alicia Obama for just fighting. That's it. That's all. You go on her social media page, of course, she's a woman. She's a beautiful woman, so she's going to still have her thirst trap shit, but 90% of her page is her training and working out for boxing and her boxing matches, and she's promoting her shit. She don't do no extra shit. I don't know who the fuck she's dating, and I think realistically for Claressa Shields, you have to get back because you can tell people how great you are, but enough people do not watch your fights for that shit to be just, it shouldn't be that, dog. Like it just shouldn't be that. Like I hate it is like that for you because I feel like you may be a legit boxer, but again, because there's not enough women boxing, I don't even know how to really judge it or measure it too. But again, I done seen some women boxers who just leave it out on the floor. Them two white girls who was like on net, they did a trilogy and they was beating the hell out of each other. Like you done seen good fights, and I just never seen people really sit here. Like people respect Claressa Shields just because I feel like niggas feel like that's just the right thing to do. But again, fighting on a Zeus Network card to me is absolutely insane, dog.
Is that all she fought on?
I mean, I think this is the first time they've ever done business together, but to me, it's just still where it's like, coming even off of that, like with Pat Pooh sitting here putting a cease and desist on Remy Ma for a freestyle is crazy to me. Like, nigga, you are a rapper that people respect off of just your lyricism. Pat Pooh ain't never had a hit record in his life. People would show Pat Pooh respect because he can actually rap. There's no way on God's green earth Pat Pooh would sit here and supposed to sit here and be trying to sit here and get Remy Ma to take down a freestyle off of all streaming platforms. Like, you know how dumb crazy that sound to me? And the crazy thing is where the hypocrisy come at for all the people who criticize Drake for the way he was behaving and moving after Not Like Us. These are the people who respect Papoose pen. So how do y'all sit here and discredit what Drake did? And I ain't sitting here saying what Drake did was right, but what Papoose is doing is even more egregious because, nigga, that's all people know you for and respect you for is your lyrics and your bars. And you had the audacity to sit here and sue or tell this girl, put out a cease and desist to get her to take her shit down.
Do you think it was Papoose or it was her?
I don't give a fuck who it was, nigga. It's his rap career. The same way I sit here and said with her last week, nigga, this is her boxing career. Y'all gotta separate the two. It's too much bullshit around your name for people to take you serious, even one of y'all. Like it's no, man. I can't believe Papoose had anything to do with it. That shit to me is fucking outrageous.
School kids out here using AI to make fight flyers. 1 p.m., 1 day, 1 fight, and no excuses. Hello, ain't school just start? How you got static like this already? I ain't gonna lie. If I was a teacher though, 12:55, I'd be like, no, I'm not, I'm just here. I got me thinking about how crazy it was when people used to fight in high school when I was a high schooler. It's like, we didn't have no group text. Niggas just knew. They were like, you heard about that shit yesterday? Yeah, nah. No, I'm talking about as soon as we get off the bus, niggas start. It's like, goddamn, wow. I could never even be that upset at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Now I look back like, what the fuck was they on? Speaking of AI, we gotta take that shit away from some people because y'all need to be checked into mental hospitals. See Olivia here? She took Claude out. I didn't know that was fucking possible. This is it.
Yeah, that's crazy. The kids are making AI flyers for linking up for fighting at school is absolutely bonkers. Like man, thoughts and prayers to the kids because these are the parents that's raising y'all, and that's the reason why it is. My last thing, I guess, when we sitting here talking about just we talked about the bonnet shit a couple of weeks ago, and this shit is
well, y'all, it's just, I mean, my opinion about it, and you can cuss down if you want to.
Well,
you know what it look like?
No.
Trifling.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I just got out the bed. My hair done, boo. I don't need the bonnet, but I'm comfortable in the bonnet.
And those baby things you're wearing.
I don't give a damn. You stop me. You stop me from walking to my car to talk about my bonnet.
Let me ask you this. Those baby things, how long you think that's going to be in a shower? Well, y'all, it's just, I mean, my opinion about it, and you can cuss down if you want to.
Well,
you know what it look like?
No. I don't give.
The fact that this old lady knew that this girl was going to cuss her out for telling her about her bonnet is crazy. And it was so funny. A homegirl of mine, literally, matter of fact, let me send y'all the picture real quick so y'all can see what I'm about to talk about on the podcast. A homegirl of mine was, I guess, at a carry out or something, about to sit here and get something to eat. And the girls was in front of her. It was 2 girls in front of her. And the girls literally sit here and had their ass hanging out and with some booty shorts on, with some sandals on, where their feet was damn near touching the ground. And again, y'all know these is all of my pet peeves that just shit and just in life in general. I just sent the picture to the group chat. And the crazy thing is where it's like, I don't know why y'all wear them sandals where it literally look like your feet is on the ground, because they damn near on the ground. Where your feet literally damn near touching the ground. Is like, bro, put some tennis shoes on. Put something on your feet. Why the fuck why you outside with your feet on a dirty ass and on the carry out floor? And then you got your ass out.
They don't have no shame.
It's, man, come on. Like, this can't even be.
They think it's cute.
Man, fuck this. Let me play the Shannon Sharp clip now. This shit pissed me off.
So if she had some shoes on, it wouldn't have been.
Nigga, it just would have been crazy because you outside with your ass just hanging out like that.
Okay, you saying the ass.
The ass and the shoes, it just make it ridiculous because it looked like you just came from fucking and you just came out of the house to get some carry out. Like, this shit just looked dirty as a whole. Like, your feet on the ground and you got your ass hanging out and you sitting here waiting in line at a carry out. You and your homegirl. That shit is just dirty as hell, dog. And again, y'all be think I be tripping. When she sent me the job, I'm like, I told you, bro, I be seeing that shit every day. That to me is just mind-boggling how people just come out the house and just be like, I don't care. It is what it is. Like, you don't care about sitting here rubbing other people the wrong way because you just like, bro, you out. People trying to get their food. Imagine if you was in line with your kid, you got a little kid, 5 or 6 years old, a little girl or a little boy, and I got to look at somebody's whole ass while I'm in line waiting for my food.
But if it was a nice ass,
I don't give a fuck. That shit is just ridiculous, dog. It's just, man, come on, dog. It's some shit just leave on social media.
If it was a lotto, like, she looked like Lotto.
That to me is just still just too much for outside.
Well, she wearing it. I mean, you just running into the carryout.
Man, that's not
so
something.
You just it's just bad all the way. It don't matter who.
Yeah, I'm cool. If you wearing it to the club, fine, knock yourself out because you going where ain't nothing but a bunch of adults. Y'all about to drink, y'all about to smoke hookah, you about to do whatever. You about to go to a pool party, cool. But you sit here and know that you not because nobody goes to the carry. Like you, even if you just running into the carryout or you running, you basically I don't know. You may be running around doing your Sunday errands. That's what you're doing your Sunday errands in. And flip flops with your feet basically dragging on the ground. So now you got dirty ass bottom of your feet and your ass out. Like, come on, dog. And then this would be the type of man. I ain't even gonna say what the fuck, but that be again. Who wants that type of attention? Why do you want to draw that type of attention to yourself?
Because they get the attention. People look at them.
But you gonna eventually you going to a carryout. What type of attention you think you gonna get? Who you think you about to get attention from?
Niggas looking.
No, your niggas is looking, but is it the type of niggas you really want to be looking?
They might not care. Attention is attention.
Man, that shit crazy, dog.
I mean, I'm gonna give me an Hermes bag. Girl, you're Section 8. You should be having an Hermes bag.
Yeah.
A $20,000 bag.
Yes.
And you paying $400 in rent? No idea, no willing to grow and do more with your life. You can spend $20,000 on something else. I'm not saying that you should. If you want to get the bag, get the bag. But don't ask me my opinion on it. I'm gonna tell you that's stupid to me.
John Hope Bryant had the best quote. He said, "Your assets shouldn't be on your ass."
Yeah. That's very true. But and then that's also another thing, the maintenance of women nowadays. I need him to buy me a bag. If you're gonna take me on a date, you need to get my hair done. Then if that's what y'all want, that's fine. But You're not gonna find the type of man that you want if he's paying, if he has to do those things.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find that. He's not gonna take you serious.
Mm-mm.
He gonna look at you as, okay, if I'm spending money like this, you need to be accessible when I need you to be accessible. And when I don't, you better not be.
Right.
That's how it is. And again, just unrealistic expectations. This lady on social media the other day for Mother's Day, her husband bought her this Steve Madden bag, right?
Yeah.
It's the cutest video. I'm gonna try to send it to you. He bought her the Steve Madden bag and he said, the caption is, watch till you see the price tag. This ain't for Ross. This from the Steve Madden store, right?
Yeah.
So she looking at it and she's like, oh my God, I love this bag. I love this bag. And he said, look at the tag, look at the tag. So the original Steve Madden tag is on it, but she's looking for the TJ Maxx or the Ross tag. And she's like, well, where's the tag? He said, that is the tag. She said, this is the tag? He said, yeah, I got that from the Steve Madden store. Right. She was so happy that I DM'd them and I was like, what's your information? Because the way she acted for that bag, I'm finna buy her another Steve Madden bag. Appreciation.
Yes.
And they happily married.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I look. That's the number one thing I want.
Yeah.
I want gratitude. I want appreciation.
Yeah.
I want you to be grateful because I'm gonna get you what I sincerely, because I'm only gonna get what I believe you absolutely that you're gonna appreciate.
Hermes bag.
But just be grateful. I mean, I've given gift card and it felt like I was like, damn. Thank you.
That's what somebody said. Thank you like that.
Yeah.
My birthday was on Easter and he asked me what I wanted and they had this giant Coach bag. I don't know if you've seen them. It's some viral bag. The woman in the back, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
The giant coin. What is the Kiss Lock bag? And they had a little one and I got the little one for myself. And I kept saying, I want the big one, but I can't find it. It kept selling out. And it's not too expensive. I think it's like $700-800, but it kept selling out. And he got it for me for my birthday. Mind you, my closet is the size of a bedroom. And I have so many designer bags, but I wanted that Coach bag so bad. And he found it for me. And I have been so happy. I can't wait to wear this bag. I'm like, plan a date so I can wear my bag. I appreciate the bag. And one of my friends was like, he bought you a Coach bag. I was like, yeah, ooh. I'm like, what's wrong with that? She's like, he can't, you don't want a Louis bag? I said, I have Louis bags. You want a Gucci? I got
see, that's what you wanted. That ain't what I wanted.
I wanted this. This is what I asked for.
Yeah, that's my husband.
Yeah, I wanted this bag here.
Go buy you any bag.
He ain't buy her none.
Exactly.
Because she don't have one. So I'm excited with but it's living nobody wants to be normal.
No.
Nobody want to lead practical lives. Everybody wants the most insane, crazy.
They want that lifestyle. They want the pride. I'm looking at, I'm like, hold on. And I had to I'm like, damn, I must be really bad off. These people getting on private jets and they got all these nice cars and they got these. I was like,
so again, I just wanted to play that just because I feel like it kind of just go just with the mindset of the girl who just outside of the carryout with your ass out and just like, come on, dog. And then, you know what crazy thing is? I may be okay with the ass out if you would have had some heels on. Like if you're gonna look like a prostitute and you want their attention, like do it. Go completely, full steam ahead with it. Put some real effort into looking like you trying to sell you some cat. That's all I'm sitting here saying. Like, just don't look dirty. Like, just don't look like a fucking a booger wooger. Like, come on, man. God damn, dog. Y'all be killing me. What else is going on in the world? Real quick. I do kind of realistically, I want to go, I guess we kind of go back into hip hop radio podcast and real quick, I want to go Ray Daniels versus Charlamagne. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all know I love Charlamagne, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I do kind of think it was corny that Charlamagne gave Ray Daniels Donkey of the Day for basically just sitting here saying that he feel like Jay-Z was about to put out a goddamn album and Jay-Z was looking and waiting to do a deal so he could put out his album. Like, I can't believe that Charlamagne gave this nigga Donkey of the Day for that. That shit to me was corny.
Get past all of the personal addresses because this is the part that I want to address the most. Charlamagne said, I'm gonna get past all of the personal attacks and go here. Let's go here.
Yesterday, Ray Daniels got it really wrong. See, he was on his podcast, Ray Daniels Presents, and he said definitively, okay, without a shadow of a doubt, that Jay-Z had a new album coming out. Here's a pro tip, all right? Instead of saying matter-of-factly, Jay-Z album is done, how about say someone told you? Ray told me once himself that he only started podcasting, and he only says the things that he says because he wants another job in the music industry.
Okay, cool. Let's go to the clip. By the way, I'll tell you something that I know I heard about on the Jay-Z tip. Just a little quick update. His album is done.
Okay.
It's completely done. It's just we might get it if somebody partners with him. If nobody partners with him, it's not coming. Somebody called and confirmed it from me, so I was like, okay, I just want to reveal it on the team. Did that not sound like I just said I got it from a source and I heard?
No, for sure.
So why the fuck am I the donkey? You know I'm the donkey because you work for them. You are the Jay-Z police. Charlamagne is one of my goats. Watching him, someone I admire, like cowtail because someone is telling him to, why would you give someone Donkey of the Day without looking into it?
Because it's viral.
No, it's because it's personal. And let me say another thing, Charlamagne. You get fed information. You are the media. They use you. We use you. We play with you. We play games with you. We tell you what we want you to think. I'm not talking like a media guy. I'm talking like an industry insider. I've sold hundreds of millions of records, Charlamagne. I had $1 million, a millionaire before I was on the internet talking. The internet didn't make me rich. The internet didn't get me hot. I got myself hot doing real work. And to be honest with you, I was trying to talk on the internet to get a job. But now my company makes too much money where I don't think nobody can afford me. I give anybody $10,000 out of my pocket. If anybody could find me saying, I just talk for clicks and likes. Because Charlamagne said that. He said that Ray told me that's a fucking lie. Anybody who know me know I'm crazy like this in person.
No, that's not you.
Yeah,
you
nigga,
just
listen,
act
when
like-
we in the, it's like
you
I'm not
like
acting
this.
for the cameras. I already proved that he lied. Because he said, why didn't you say you heard? Here's me saying I heard. I said I heard and I heard from a source. And you didn't get that. And now you saying Ray said the same thing for clicks and views. You can't kill my reputation when I am my reputation. The response let me know that I was right. I used to work at Rock Nation for 3 years. I know most of the employees over there on the label side.
I'm the crazy thing is, I guess, just for me, where it's like,
that sound true.
What sound true?
What Ray's saying, like you did, because I might have messed up the rollout or whatever the case may be by me saying.
But not even just that part. To me, it's just why like giving a nigga like Charlamagne give niggas Donkey of the Day for real shit. This ain't nothing to give somebody a Donkey of the
That's
Day
why
for.
I say I think you might have shined light on it. Because like, what if people really didn't hear Ray say that and you shine a light on it? It must be true.
No, but I don't. But my whole thing of it is, even if it's true, I don't even care about that. That to me is not worth Donkey of the Day. Number realistically, because some people may feel like, okay, cool, Charlamagne give him Donkey of the Day. It kind of help give Ray Daniels a little bit of more spotlight. It's a conversation. People gonna want to hear the back and forth. But I just think it's corny because it's just like, bro, you Charlamagne the God. This is the Breakfast Club. You use Donkey of the Day for. You give Donald Trump Donkey of the Day for real shit. You give people who shoot up schools Donkey of the Day. People who live their kids in a car, something crazy. Giving Ray Daniels Donkey of the Day because he's may have overspoke or sit here in his hypothetical brain sit here and feel like Jay-Z hasn't just put out his album because he ain't got a fucking deal. That, and again, it could be true, but why the fuck do he deserve Donkey of the Day for that? Like that to me, again, where you sitting here saying like it's just corny shit where it's like you and I don't want to sit here and make it seem like Charlamagne don't give black podcasters alley-oop, but he may kind of like only give niggas alley-oops that he may feel like just won't never be in his space. I feel like Ray Daniels make enough noise in the hip hop space that kind of make you feel like that to me just was, I can't like, as somebody who's a Charlamagne fan, that to me was just some sucker shit. Like I can't, it's like no other way to sit here and explain it because it's like, I watch you give niggas Donkey of the Day for real shit. You gave Ray Daniels Donkey of the Day because he sit here and said that Jay-Z album was done. and he was just waiting for like a sponsorship. And and realistically, it could be true and it makes sense because you didn't heard, if you listen to Rory and Mo, you didn't heard Mo say and say, I don't want Jay to put out an album because I don't want niggas to sit here and be just crucifying him to a first week numbers type of thing. And that's the times we live in. So what Ray Daniels was saying, it don't sound crazy because I didn't heard Mo say this a million times, which it makes sense because that's the times we live in. That's the bigger the artist is, that's the first thing people want to do is sit here and tell you about their first week numbers. Unless it's somebody they like. I tell y'all that all the time. Like, they never tell you the first week numbers for Tory Lanez. But outside of that, they tell you the first week number. That's what people hold and high, and that's what hold the conversation. People don't even listen to the music and have real music digest and breakdown. But I just hate this for like Charlamagne to be who he is, to give Ray Daniels Donkey of the Day for that. That shit was corny to me, though. I don't care. Ain't no other way to sit here and explain it. I can't even break it down no other way. But while we just talking about other corny music industry stuff, or kind of, I guess, entertainment space, I do want to go sit here and play this clip from Earn Your Leisure. And real quick, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of every week intentionally skip the Earn Your Leisure beef back and forth with Atlanta and Atlanta mayor, because realistically, I sit here, I just feel like when it comes to black businesses, if you're not sitting here like promoting it, I don't feel like you should sit here and lean into the negative back and forth conversation, because it's just not, to me, it's just not, it ain't worth it. Like, allow them to, whatever they gonna have it, allow whoever gonna talk about it to talk about it. But I just think realistically, sometimes just kicking black people back in when they having just their moments or their whatever public spats, I think sometimes it's corny, but I ain't gonna lie to you, this shit right here was egregious.
I allow respectively, you smoking dope and dog food if you don't believe that your leisure that you've earned has been earned on the backs of black people, the support of black people. Let me roll this clip real fast. Let's get into it.
Some of the dumbest things I've seen online even before the event, somebody was like, we have events like this every single week in Atlanta. And you're an idiot for saying that. You never did it. But I'm not even on the black thing no more. I never was on the black thing. Not a black event. Because I seen somebody else that said that, like, it was white people. Yeah. They're qualified to be there. Like, what do you mean? Like, you think I'm gonna cater just to black people just to get torn down by black people? You out of your fucking mind. There's gonna be even more white people next year, and Spanish and the Filipinos, of course. Like, I'm done. It's been real. Yeah. Well, for what? The only thing you're gonna do is criticize it and tear it down. And not pay and want to get it for free anyway.
For sure. If black people built this, we can't turn our backs on black people.
What does it mean for you to say you was never on that black thing when you uniquely marketed assets and liability merchandise to black people, trying to teach us that wealth is built by assets and not liabilities? This is an article that came from Black Enterprise that you co-signed. What it say right here? A paradigm shift that raised financial consciousness of Black America. Well, I'll be. This why you popping your shit like that. Crossing the 30,000 attendees, just another milestone in history. It's the most y'all ever had. So now you feel like you don't need black folks no more? I'm glad Ian looked like, nah, bro, this ain't it. Because he knew it wasn't it. I get it, fam. We take a lot of criticisms from individual people, and they usually look like us. At a time where black people are losing all type of financial support and all type of funding, you're going to sit there on a platform that was uniquely built off the likes, the views, the visibility, the attention span of black folks, and say it was never a black thing. At the same time, we losing DEI jobs. At the same time, we having our black kids losing school funding. At the same time, you've talked about your experience and build legitimacy with black folks because you talked about being a public school teacher to whom? Black kids. I'm finna roll this clip of you talking to Kamala Harris, and this puts you in a double bind. Either you were being disingenuous about what you were saying about black entrepreneurship to her then, or you were lying and being disingenuous about what you're saying now. Roll the clip.
Another major issue for entrepreneurs is access to capital. We know that I think less than 1% goes to black businesses. So what are some steps that you guys are doing to kind of correct that issue, which suffocates a lot of businesses from getting started or from expanding?
A lot of us find it preposterous you would make this claim. When we look at who you even book for InvestFest, who is the majority of their audience and their market? Black people. So, bro, all it takes is for a couple of black people to piss you off individually and you'll say, fuck the collective. That's all it takes.
People all inclusive. People put labels on you that you yourself didn't put on yourself. You never called it the Black Investment Conference.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not a black financial literacy conference. It's a business conference. It's one of the biggest business conferences. Because that's how they minimize you also. Oh, this is one of the big This is one of the biggest black finance. No, what are you talking about? It's not a financial literacy.
All right, real quick. I do want to give my take real quick, and then I'll play Isaac Hayes III's opinion on this one. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Isaac Hayes III. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed in you because I had to find this on somebody else who reposted it. They must have, because you just went out like a sucker. I can't believe you took yours down because I ain't gonna lie to you. Isaac Hayes is really into just the black business, building up space and shit like that. And of course, his dad is Isaac Hayes. I hate that he took it down. I'm sure somebody probably reached out to him. They got a bigger voice in the culture space and probably talked him into taking his down, but I don't think he should have took his down. And I'm not gonna lie to you, two of my turnoffs is, and to me, probably even one of my turnoffs is even worse than just the people who be like super heavy on the what's the jump tonight's conversation or relationship shit, or people be posting what was the other nigga who was a rat, and I forgot whatever his name. He was end up becoming a rat or whatever case may be. The women who overpost the relationship talking shit. I'm gonna tell you what kind of turned me off the most. Motherfuckers who be acting like you live and die by whatever the fuck Earn Your Leisure say. It's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit probably gives me the biggest ick because I feel like you just be geeking to feel like you gotta I need money. Like, bro, some of y'all you at to the age like whatever you gonna get, that's what you got, dog. And for y'all to sit here and use money and treat Earn Your Leisure like these niggas is pastors, this is like your religion. Like, dog, you can't die with the money. Most of y'all sitting here geeking so hard for fucking bread, you gonna sit here and tap out even earlier before you even really get to reach some real money because you're gonna kill yourself trying to chase money. Like, I'm not gonna especially when I see women do that shit, I be like, come on, bro. If you really geeking for bread, that bad bitch, get your shit together and go pop you some pussy. You ain't kicking for money that fucking hard. You don't want it that bad. If you really want it, because a nigga who really wants some bread that bad, shout out to them niggas in Philly who fucking robbed that bank like fucking 5 months ago and still ain't got caught yet. And they got their ass for like some M's. And still out and shot that to me, shout outs to those. I think it was 3 niggas. I don't know how many of them was, but in Philly, they got away with that goddamn armor truck robbery. Shout outs to them niggas for not being fucking dickheads getting on social media bragging about it. For you to be able to get away for months for pulling a fucking $1 million heist. Respect. But again, for the women who just be feeling, listen to what I'm saying. I follow a couple of bitches, and every time I see her, I'm like, how the fuck is Earn Your Leisure keep getting on my timeline? And it just be these thirsty ass bitches who be just acting like that shit almost like that to me irritate me the same way y'all thought Pastor Keon was really him when it came to preaching. Like, it just be certain shit. I could just see the flaws in certain women where you just geeking so hard for a lifestyle, for an aesthetic, a taste of something. You be chasing that shit. And I be knowing what the fuck that shit be feeling like. And I can put it spot on when a nigga sitting here said, I ain't you went to the Breakfast Club to promote this shit. Every year, anybody even know about Invest Fest? You go to Joe Budden shit to promote it. You go to Rory and Mo. You go to the Breakfast Club. You don't go to fucking Joe Rogan. Nigga, that's a black fucking event. You go to black platforms with big black voices. You don't sit here and go to Joe Rogan. You ain't going to Theo Von. You ain't sitting here going to Call Her Daddy or nothing, because guess what? Them motherfuckers won't have your black ass. So yes, it is a black event. You can't sit here and be like, nah, this shit ain't for no black people. I don't know why they keep saying this is a black event. Then why the fuck are you going to black platforms to promote your event? Why are you going to black ass Atlanta? Go take that shit up, fucking go to Indiana or somewhere. Go to Iowa, go to fucking Kansas, go to fucking somewhere else then. Take that shit to Utah, take it to Arizona, go to Vegas. Since it's not a black event, why you keep bringing y'all black ass to Atlanta? Because you sit here and said Atlanta don't give y'all no discounts anyway. They ain't not sitting here looking out for y'all, not giving y'all no extra money to sit so you can bring bigger people. Then why you keep coming to Atlanta since this is not a black event? Again, I understand times is hard. People want money. But people who sit here and geek off of that Earn Your Leisure shit, I promise you, I look at y'all like you'll do anything for some bread. Sorry. It's just like that shit. I'm never going to sit here and be that fanned out over nobody on no fucking social media for nothing. And I don't give a fuck about money like that. Not to be sitting here following them the way I see that shit keep coming down my timeline because somebody keep putting it on my timeline.
I'm not even on the black thing no more. I never was on the black thing. Not a black event. It's not a black financial literacy conference. No disrespect. It's not the NAACP community give back charity for, no, it's not.
I know building something in public with criticism is very, very hard. But the one thing that you can't ever do is fold on your people. Trust me, I've gotten it from every which way. But I'm never gonna not be on the black thing.
And real quick, I want to pause it. The reason why I'm mad that Isaac Hayes took his shit down off of his page, 1, because somebody put fucking music behind it, but then 2, because Isaac Hayes has definitely got his back kicked in via social media because he got the junk called, what is it? I believe his social media thing is called Fan Base. And I've seen people kick his ass. I forgot him and some black woman had a back and forth. And I'm talking about they dragged Isaac Hayes III to fucking hell on social media. I'm talking about for like damn near probably like almost a month strong. And that shit died down. And I remember them when they brought it back. So he is talking from a real place. But again, go on his page. And that's why I'm mad he took it down, because he be always on some super pro black shit. And for these earn your leisure niggas to sit here and say this ain't a black event. Like, man, fuck you.
I don't need your help. And this is typically where shit goes left. Your biggest person at InvestFest that you have is Miss Business, and she's black. That's the black thing. All the guests that you primarily brought to all the InvestFests, Steve Harvey, Robert F. Smith, Serena Williams, 50 Cent, that is the black thing. It's disappointing because this was the most successful InvestFest that you guys have had in a black city with black culture. You use black music to promote it. You went on black radio stations to promote it. And then now all of a sudden it's not a black thing. This reeks of white validation. This reeks of your goal or your intention is to eclipse black culture and black success to stand amongst white people and around white folks. And if that's what it is, you're no different than them because you built it off the back of black people. And that's just that ain't cool. So have a vacation, take a little time, come back, be like, I was tripping. My bad, y'all. We love our black vendors. We love our black attendees. We love our black hosts. We love our black guests. We love our black security. We love.
And the crazy thing is, the crazy thing is they won't have to apologize, because black people who go to shit like that don't even really be wanting to be with black people, period. They really just want to be with the money. You just geeking for it, because for you to pay to go to hear other people talk about how to get money, you so geek to get fucking money that you don't give a fuck that they sit here and say fuck black people, because that's not even realistically, that's not and 90% of most people who sit here and go to that shit, you probably already live in a nice upper class, wherever you from. So you realistically don't want to be around a bunch of niggas in the first place. So you happy that this niggas was like, yeah, fuck them black people. This ain't for them in the first place. This wasn't just, I know 90% of the people who sit here and like this shit and listen to these niggas and go to shit like this, you trying to find your fastest way to get the fuck away from black people. Y'all be the type of motherfuckers who sit here and be in relationships with fucking white people in the first place. So you realistically, I'm sure those people won't be offended. And that's why he felt so comfortable with talking about that. But again, you have to trust your eyes and pay attention to people who put money over every fucking thing. And geek out for money. If you geek out for money hard enough to sit here and pay niggas to listen to niggas talk about getting money, is fucking crazy to me. That shit, you already lost in the sauce. So again, that was just my little takeaway on that one. And again, I skipped that conversation for a couple of weeks because I felt like these was some cool black dudes on some other black, but they ain't on that type of shit. I want to play this video. Erica, you sent it, Joe, earlier in the week of this dude having a back and forth. This young boy having a back and forth with this woman. He super violated this lady and her father. And I'm not going to play the whole thing of the son, because I felt like the son kind of just, I'll play a little bit so y'all can kind of get the tone of the son. But he just did too much talking for me. Like, he was just like, the little boy disrespected your mother already off the rip. All that other extra talking shit he was doing was like, what was the point of that? Like, why you just didn't beat his little ass or beat his father ass off the rip? Like, what was the extra? You already seen how he disrespected your moms. What was the purpose of all the talking?
My son says you were being rude to him, and I was trying to figure out what was going on.
No, actually, your son was being rude to me. When I came out on my patio, they were playing some type of ball. Go get your sister. Right there. And I came on my patio and I said, can y'all go play over there, because y'all playing with that ball too close to people's cars. And he said, well, which one is your car? And I said, it doesn't matter which one is my car.
No, you ain't the car. Oh, I thought you did.
And then I said, it doesn't matter whose car, but you guys are playing too close to people's cars. And I said, all you have to do is go play in the grass right there with the ball. He said, well, I got a question. And I said, what's your question? Which one of these cars is yours? I said, it doesn't matter which car is mine. And then he said, you don't know who my mama is. Bitch, my mama beat your ass. And then I said, well, then go get your mother so I can talk to your mother. He said, you don't even know who the fuck I am. That's exactly what he said. So I wasn't being rude. Now, my voice was raised, But I wasn't being rude until you said, I'll cuss you out. And I said, I'm going to cuss your ass back out.
No, I
That's-
don't like how you're talking to me. I don't like how you're talking to me, sir.
I'm explaining to him what I said to you.
You're talking to me like I don't like how you're talking to him. It's my son. You don't have to talk to me.
I'm just saying, I trust to you.
I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. You think I care about that shit? I care about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. What's wrong with you?
My
son said
so.
Another situation where parents are not holding their children accountable, because it was the woman. She didn't. Her son wasn't there. Like, he did a video later,
of course,
where he did approach the son or whatever, and they went and got the father, and the father was talking reckless. But when he saw the son, he was like, "Oh," and they called the police on him.
Yeah, let me just play a little bit of the son just so y'all can hear how the son was talking. But just my biggest beef, one, I agree with you. The parent should have the father just don't have no control.
Probably scared of him. Look at the father and look at the son.
Yeah, for sure, but you got to. But again, if you don't nip that shit in the bud, again, if her son wasn't pussy, a nigga like that was somebody. If you did this to the right nigga's mother, a nigga just would have killed his young ass because he a big little boy. Like, that little nigga's big as shit. So the average nigga may not even want to fight you. Oh, you play with my mother like that? I'm just gonna kill your little ass.
That's what the son was saying. That's what her son was saying in his video.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have. He was doing too much. Like, in his video, he talking too like tough to not really just come out there and put fucking belt the ass to this boy and his dad.
Oh, you saw his video?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, okay.
He just was doing too much talking.
Okay, so this is my point of view from when I was notified about the incident. I was on my way to work, and my girl and my mom texted me. I was like, what was going on? They didn't go into depth about what transpired. Okay. So by the time I got to work, it's about 6 o'clock, 6:30. My mom sent me the video. I asked her, like, hey, send me the video from the Ring camera, because that's where it transpired from. So she sent me the Ring camera video. I went on break and I watched the video. I was like, okay, all right, I'm about to go to work. I'm about to leave work, but it was already late at night. So I was like, you know what, like, so boom, I went and put it up on my Facebook just to see, like, let me get some other people's thoughts before I just
real quick. Why the fuck do you have to get other people's opinion about a nigga disrespecting your moms? Like, that's the shit to be just like, again, this is a nigga who you're playing tough for the internet. I don't need another nigga's opinion watching a nigga disrespect and violate my mother like that. The little boy sit here, threw his water and pulled his sweatpants up like he was ready to put your mother through the fucking ground. Who do I need niggas' opinion on Facebook for? What the fuck opinion are you gonna give me on Facebook that I sit here and did not see with my own two eyes? A little ass 16, how old this nigga was? He was a big kid. I don't give a fuck. He violated your moms. What do I need niggas' opinion for on Facebook?
Clicks and views.
Man, fuck that.
jap out, you feel? So then boom, my family, friends, all back from my home state, crash him and his daddy, beat both their asses, you feel? Fuck it. It is what it is. Bond money set up, you feel? So I got out of work. I usually do this 12-hour shift, and I get out of work. I take my boots off, drive home in sandals. I don't drink coffee. That day, I drank 2 cups of coffee, drove home, and still toe boots, and pulled up and still toe boots when I got home. Boom, it was early in the morning. I know my mom's neighbors very well because when I had moved back to the state, I wanted to get to know my mom's surroundings because she told me she had new people moving in and out of the apartments next to her or whatever. So I seen a lot more kids out being this year time around. She had a lot more kids out. So I was a neighbor, you know, hey kids, it's a hot day. I'll buy y'all ice cream. I'll give y'all candy, water, whatever y'all want, as long as y'all behave. So besides the point. But
like, why the fuck does somebody gotta talk him into how to do the video? Like, man, this shit is pissing me. Like, he's literally pissing me off. He pissing me off more than the little boy cussing the mother out. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, dog? This video should have been you getting released from fucking jail, dog. Again, I say this all the time. As a man, you should at least have a good top 3 things you are okay with going to jail for. And you ain't about to go, I ain't sitting here saying you got to go kill the little nigga. You're not about to go do no real jail time. Go get you a fucking assault charge. What, you work at a fucking warehouse job. You're not going to lose your job for beating this kid and his dad ass. You're going to be okay. You can go back to work. Niggas in warehouse beat their wife ass and go to work every fucking day. You could beat this little boy and beat his fucking moms. What the fuck are we talking about, dog? You sit here making this long ass video and you didn't do shit.
Never seen this kid before.
Let's beat this shit.
I'm going back home. Boom. Drop my stuff off at the house. Walk back outside with my phone. I'm outside looking. I see the grandmama walk down one street. Boom. Son gone down the other street. All right, it is what it is. So then, boom. I go to sleep, wake up, use the restroom. I hear my girl outside.
All right, just for people in the chat real quick. For people, if you don't have as a man, we talking about men. We're not talking about, this is the reason why we see the level of disrespect we see on social media, social media and just in real life. Think about, back in the day, it's certain people you knew not to say certain shit around. You couldn't play with certain people because niggas was okay with sitting here saying, catching fucking assault charges. We live in a world where niggas just be, you so pressed because you got to pay your bills. You're not willing to fuck your life up for nothing. You okay with taking disrespect. Y'all niggas okay with just allowing niggas to disrespect women, disrespect you, do whatever, and y'all just put your head down. I gotta go to work. I gotta pay my bills. I gotta take care of my kids. Back in the day, niggas went to jail. Women went to jail. Rosa Parks got locked up for some shit. Y'all niggas don't want to get locked up for nothing. You just want to be able to go home and pay your bills and just be like, I can't wait till the day I die. Die for something, nigga. Like, come on, dog. I'm telling y'all, this ain't the show for you. If you want some pussy shit and you like to tuck your dick and you just want to go home and just make it till one day when the old man come and knock on your, you done a good job and come on to heaven, son. This ain't for you, big dog. Because niggas should be want to go to jail for something. You should have top 3 things what you are okay to go to jail for something. And Mom Duke should be number 1 on that fucking list. Y'all niggas don't make enough money that you can't go to jail for fucking putting belt to ass for a nigga who disrespected your mother. Nobody, because you wouldn't be up fucking watching me at this time of night. Sorry, dog. I don't know what to tell you. You better go to jail for something.
She come back inside and tell me like, hey, the dad and the grandmama walking down the street with the son. I go out the house. I'm walking down the street. So then, boom, I call the dad, like, hey, this your son, correct? Yeah. Don't direct nothing to my son. Don't direct nothing to my son. Cool. You ain't said nothing but a word then. You the adult. You the boss. Okay, I got you. Your son came down here and talked sweet to my mama. I ain't going for that. So the next time your son comes down here and talks sweet to my mama like this again, you gonna get that word. Period, point blank. You gonna get your ass beat for your son's actions. Since your son is under the age, I'ma fuck you up. Fuck you and your grandmama or whoever the fuck this old lady is right here. Since y'all don't allow him to, since y'all allow this little nigga to talk to people who, however the fuck he want to, fuck you and that. If you want this, we can get this. So when I tell you how far away from this camera I am, this nigga got this close. Nigga, get the fuck out my face. What's up? To the father. What's good? We can get it cracking right now then. I'm ready for this. Let's get it. You can easily get knocked the fuck out.
All right, I'm not gonna hold y'all any long. We ain't gotta listen to that shit no more. Let's go to Lakers. And we're going to sports news real quick. The Lakers sold for $12 billion. The Bus family sold the Lakers last year for $10 billion. So the dude whoever bought it, I want to say he owned the LA Dodgers. And when I play this clip, they'll kind of go in a little bit of breakdown and explaining who these people are and what kind of like little situations they kind of got already, janky business they have. But the dude, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's kind of like, again, we talking about super rich people shit. The fact that you sit here and say, I'm gonna put out $10 billion by the Lakers, and then I'm gonna get a quick $2 billion flip the very next season. This next day he bought the Lakers. I want to say that shit wasn't even like, that was like in the middle of last year. I don't even think he bought it before the season even started last year. So you kind of like, he already like you buy into the Lakers, like let's say maybe early sometime last year, and then you get to sell them before the next season even start to grab you an extra $2 billion is absolutely like that's some top level business shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Lakers just got sold for $12 billion. And I'm going to make the case why, if you're still a Lakers fan or a Dodgers fan after this sale, you probably shouldn't have any friends after that because you're a verifiable piece of shit. So the Lakers just got sold to these two pasty bastards. On the right is Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, and on the left is Josh Kushner. Now, Josh started Thrive Capital in 2009 that made the bulk of its money investing in Instagram, Spotify, Slack, and Stripe. Now, Josh has no discernible talent, but he is the brother of Jared Kushner, husband of Ivanka Trump, son-in-law to Donald Trump. Now, Jared also worked in Trump's administration during his first term. In 2017, he sold $110 billion worth of arms to Saudi Arabia. In 2018, when Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi entered the Saudi Arabian embassy with his wife, he died under mysterious circumstances. U.S. intelligence during Trump's term concluded that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia had something to do with it. Jared Kushner vehemently defended him. When Jared Kushner left the White House in 2021, the Saudi Public Investment Fund gave him $2 billion. Now, Jared Kushner and the Crown Prince just bought EA Sports for $55 billion. So these are the people that will be making all the Madden games, all the Sims, Apex Legends, all the FIFA video games. Speaking of FIFA, Josh Kushner just tried to buy it, but thanks to the immediate backlash they received, that didn't go through. Now you're probably wondering, where did they get their money? Where did this start? Joseph Kushner survived the Holocaust. He moved to New Jersey, started building public housing. His son Charles Kushner took over in 1985. In 2005, he went to jail for tax evasion and witness tampering. He was given 24 months. He served 12. In 2020, he was pardoned by Trump. Now, Jeannie Buss sold the Lakers last October. Now, it says that she sold it because her brothers pressured her to do so. And in so doing, each brother netted $500 million. And then she fired them. In October, she sold the Lakers for $10 billion to the owner of the Dodgers. And after he just sold the Lakers today, he just netted about $2.5 billion. And the case can be made that he sold it because he's currently under federal investigation. His $362 billion money management arm at Guggenheim Partners is being investigated for undisclosed loans. So he had to dump some assets really quickly, or at least so it would seem. And listen, that's it, bro. Look, you can draw your own conclusions. I'm over this bitch feeling like Pablo Torre. This investigative journalism shit is kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The Lakers just got.
I mean, again, of course, shout outs to the Lakers. I mean, I guess, or shout outs to the gentleman who sold the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie to you. A $2 billion flip is always good money. So I mean, I don't necessarily know how to feel about it. The Lakers roster won't have me invested in that team. I never was a Lakers fan. I was a LeBron James fan in the first place. So I really don't care what the Lakers got going on. But again, shout outs to LeBron. LeBron started his own official YouTube channel. I guess I was about to say I'm surprised what took him so long, but I mean, I guess realistically, basketball has been his main priority for so long, and you coming towards the end of your career, I'm sure you're trying to realistically at this point make sure that you are keeping all the content in-house. Like, you're not about to sit here and give people free behind the scenes stuff for this, that, and the third. So I want to say his first videos he posted was his the reunion for their 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers team when they was out golfing. I believe that was the first video he posted on his YouTube channel. And I believe LeBron James just introduced his new LeBrons, and I believe their retail price is going to start off at $200. I ain't gonna lie to you, I have not bought a pair of LeBron James. I don't even probably over 10 years at this point. Like, it's been a brick. I can't even remember the last pair of LeBrons that really just made me be like, oh my God, I kind of got to get these, because them Johnston kind of got to the point where they were literally like only basketball shoes. And I'm not one of them people where you can't be like, oh, you can't wear basketball shoes to the club type of situation. I mean, again, that's some young kid thinking I'm a little too old to even kind of agree with that. But I just feel like LeBron Jones be just like too fucking bulky where they kind of like only made to actually play basketball. And like them shits, you like, you can't, I don't care how many different colorways he put. The shoes is just so like, they so fucking strong looking. Like, you can't make them shits look swaggy. Like, there ain't a big baggy pair of jeans or pants or nothing that can kind of just save those shoes, because them shits just look like boots. Like, I feel like for LeBron, it's been a minute. I mean, and that's realistically why the number one Nike selling shoes, I believe at this point, is Ja Morant's, Asia's, and then I think like Stewie's. I mean, not Stewie, but Sabrina's is like at third now. So, and again, a shout out to them Ja 4s. I seen a different couple of colorways that kind of, them shits kind of get crazy. I ain't gonna lie. When they kind of get freaky with the designs and the colors, like some of them Ja 4s, at first, the original colors I seen kind of put out, I was like, damn, they kind of, you taking a step back after the threes, because the threes was damn near, I felt like, I don't care what colorway it was for them threes, them shits couldn't miss. Like, it didn't matter what color wave it was. Them threes was like, absolutely, they just could not miss. But the Ja 4s, I've seen them in a couple of different colorways. I like the way them Jones look. But yeah, for LeBron, I mean, he LeBron. So I mean, at this point, it probably really don't matter. But it ain't nowhere in hell. Me personally, them LeBron, whatever number he had, like 24 for them Jones. Yeah, I'm cool off them. What else is going on in the world? What was this? Oh no, I already played that one. Stephen A. I did that. Real quick, Brandy and Adrian Broner. And again, I guess it's kind of almost like with the Claressa Shields shit. It's like, I just wish Adrian Broner would just get back into like boxing, where it's like at first for a minute I felt like the window was opening back up for him when he was watching some of the highlight videos when he was trying to get in shape, and then it just feel like he kind of just he kind of like relapsing a little bit. And realistically, if I'm being honest, this little situation with him and Brandy, I don't necessarily know if Adrian Broner was kind of wrong, but it was just like, why the fuck is even Brandy around this nigga? But whatever.
Oh my God.
Hey, give me a portable, Vicky. Somebody give me a portable.
You know, hey, now that shit hit harder now. You know, hey. You just walk past me, but it's all right.
I didn't walk past you. I spoke to you.
It's all right. Everything is okay.
Everything is great.
Now,
You okay?
It hit different now. Randy, little brother. I know.
Are you the one that did the song?
No. How you doing?
Oh, okay.
Randy, you know
Hi. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you. No, the energy is interesting here. It's all good. Good luck, bro.
All right, never mind. I apologize. She did speak to him when she came in the
I was
room.
about to say,
No, I apologize. Because the original clip I seen, you couldn't hear her sit here and say nothing to him. It did seem like she kind of just walked past him and just kind of like brushed past him, and then kind of gave him the little fake hug when they got in front of Ray J. Yeah, I just wish Adrian Broner just fucking boxed, dog. Like you just like you getting the people attention now. Just box.
Good luck with that.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I can't sit here and say nothing because I feel like he just on the point where he don't want to sit here and get off the limb. And real quick, because we sit here and talked about it last week when we sit here and said, how much would you sit here and pay, or how much would they have to pay you to sit here and get inside the billboard for? Again, that was the movie that was on Netflix last week that we was talking about, The Last House, and it was a dude who was in a billboard in LA, and he just basically had to live in there for 3 days. So me and Marcus sit here. I said some cracky shit. I said they can give me $100 or $200 a day. Cool, I'll take it. Marcus said he needed $1,000 a day. Well, both of us was way off. Marcus was closer than I was because he said at least $1,000. This nigga got $75,000 for 3 days. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, God damn. I don't know who. I mean, again, maybe he's an actor and that's his agent who kind of worked that one. But it ain't nowhere in hell I can imagine. It's Netflix, but I can't imagine paying somebody $75,000.
Yeah, when it comes to market, they be giving out them checks.
75 just seemed crazy. You're basically saying they got $25,000 a day.
Yeah, how much that movie did, they don't care.
Man, that's crazy.
I'm Nathan Shue, and I play the man in the billboard. Do I miss the billboard? How could you miss it? It's huge. When I was doing the push-up contest, yeah, those were full push-ups. I'm pretty strong. What was I rocking out to on my headphones? Sorry to say, those weren't plugged in, guys. Oh, my favorite fan interaction was this girl came with a sign that said I could come home because she had kicked me out or something. She had a whole story put together. It was beautiful. Everybody wants to know about my love interest. You know what? I've fallen in love with this city again. Los Angeles is my town. My initial reaction to doing this was, let's go. How much did I pay for rent? For this? That's a 3-story walk-up, guys. Come on. I was most excited to hang out with this guy, Moon Pie Loverboy. Not having access to my phone and Wi-Fi was meditative. You should try it.
All right, well, now that make it a little bit different. 3 days, no Wi-Fi, no phone. Could you really bang out? I mean, I guess for 75 racks you can. And then let's go. Oh, how much can you sit here and do no phone, no Wi-Fi? Let's go cheaper. 75,000 is out the window. That's just, to me, that's too much because anybody can do no phone, no Wi-Fi for 3 days. So what's the cheapest you would go no phone, no Wi-Fi for 3 days? Because 75 is too easy. Anybody gonna take $75,000 for 3 days, no phone, no Wi-Fi? So what's the cheapest you will go where you be like, all right, cool, I can get rid of my phone. I can take this like a little vacation.
10,000.
What about you, Marcus?
I'm in there.
Yeah, you in there.
The lowest.
Because the phone feel like it'll make the time go by faster. So I kind of understand it. And then realistically, I understand no phone, no Wi-Fi, because you want the dude to pay attention to the people on the street. You want them to interact. You want them to do the sign. So I kind of get it. You kind of want him to interact with the people just walking down so people can kind of pay attention to it. So it makes sense. I get why they sitting and saying no phone, no Wi-Fi, but what's the lowest? For 3 days.
But so, I mean, because you watched the movie, but wasn't they doing stuff in, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, what am I, I'm just supposed to stand? Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
In the movie, they couldn't talk to their neighbors, so you just like waving.
And in the movie, even on the movie, they didn't have no phone, because I think about it, they was watching shit. I want to say they was watching like DVDs, like it was like plugged in or VHS. They didn't have no electronics like to keep them up with like modern time, because I want to say it was supposed to be like the whole entire world was kind of like shut down.
Communicating with their neighbors, like just writing on.
Yeah, like on a whiteboard.
So you could do the same thing in a little house.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
How much you doing it for?
I'm still on some cracky shit. You can give me 5 bands. I'm cool. 5 bands, 3 days. I'm cool. What the fuck else am I about to do? I'm cool. I would literally be in that motherfucker doing push-ups or doing whatever else. Like he's saying like no music, nothing. That probably will kind of like drive me crazy or more than actually touching my phone. Just to be like, I gotta be somewhere in complete silence. Like that shit is hard for me. Like this complete silence, like it drives me I cannot do it.
Yeah, it gotta be worth my while. I can't.
Like, and that's some shit that I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that would be like something like if you sit here saying, like, if I had to sit here, if I could talk to a therapist for just one session, I would just ask, like, hey, why can't I just sit in silence? Because I'm telling you, I can't. Like, I would literally drive myself crazy. Like, I was sitting here watching the game today, and I was literally like, no, man, ESPN fucking broadcast drives me insane. Fucking Rebecca Lobos and what's this nigga name? Ryan, whatever the fuck his name is. I wanted to goddamn, oh my Jesus Christ, I wanted to blow my brains out listening to these two people. Dog, but I even put this shit on mute, and I'm like, I can't just sit here in silence, but I'm trying to really pay attention. So you need to be able to hear the noise a little bit. Yeah, I can't just do the silence thing. The silence thing would drive me crazy. So again, that to me would probably be realistically the hardest thing. I guess real quick, I do kind of want to sit here and say for people who love to complain, because I know this is something y'all going to do as soon as the NBA season start. Let me run down your watch guides real quick for the NBA. ABC on Sundays, it will be ABC, NBC, and Peacock. Realistically, you could just say ABC and Peacock. On Mondays, it will be Peacock. On Tuesdays, it will be NBC and Peacock. And I guess realistically, they do the NBC and Peacock, because most of the time it'll be the first game will be on NBC and Peacock, and then the nighttime game or the later game that day normally will be on Peacock. So basically 3 days out of the week. If you are an NBA fan and you were one of them people, you're gonna complain and you cheap and you don't want to get all the other whatever platforms. Realistically, all you really need is Peacock. At least for a fact you'll be able to watch at least 6 games a week if you just got Peacock. Because they got Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and the Monday and Tuesday most of the time was gonna be double header. So you'll get it.
YouTube, the YouTube Premium, I think you get Peacock for free.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. Because I think it's a part of their little football shit.
Well, there go that. So that's just that information for people who want to watch the NBA. I guess while we're talking about NBA, shout out to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has officially retired. And I'm not gonna lie, shout out to Kenya Martin. Kenya Martin kind of, and I guess the thing where I kind of hate a little bit, where it's like Kenya Martin had some smoke for Skip Bayless, because Skip Bayless kind of made a video where it was like, he basically tried to sit here and discredit like Russell Westbrook, and was like, he don't feel like Russell Westbrook should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like Russell Westbrook, he feel like Russell Westbrook isn't a Hall of Famer. And I mean, and again, that's Skip Bayless. I don't take Skip Bayless' opinion on shit like serious. Like if you watch that Skip Bayless video, like Skip looked like he like literally like on his last door, like death is knocking on this nigga door hard. Like he could barely get through a video. But my only beef with Kenya Martin is like, and I guess if you was on contract and you had to sit with Skip, then it is what it is. But I just can't, like, it's hard for me to sit here and respect you going back on Skip Bayless now, and you just did a whole show when Gilbert Arenas rolled out. Like, y'all still kept doing the show when Gilbert rolled out. Y'all didn't even really show no real loyalty to Gilbert Arenas.
I think because they was under contract, right?
That's what I'm saying. So I guess if you was under contract, then cool. And again, I don't necessarily know, because Gilbert never had no smoke for Kenya. He only had smoke for McCann. So maybe that's the case. Maybe
he was the only one who didn't go, or who wasn't going wasn't coming to him.
But just still, I just don't give Skip this crazy, like you discredit Skip's voice or Skip's opinion, and you literally just finished the NBA season and y'all did a show together. Like, don't make it seem like his voice don't got no type of validity now because y'all not doing the show together no more. Me personally, I don't care about Skip Bayless, like, especially to the fact now to the point where you don't have to sit here and watch TV to get whatever sports commentary you want. But I just think, again, for niggas like Skip Bayless, you kind of just live in that space where it's like the sad thing, again, when we talked about Steve A earlier with the black journalists, like, I mean, if it bleeds, it leads. And most of the time, negative comments will get you further than sitting here saying anything positive. But I hate that and I seen Draymond Green say this, where I hate the fact that now niggas is trying to give Russell Westbrook his flowers since he retired, but niggas is sitting here not giving him his credit while he was playing. And then again, real quick sidebar for people who really listen to podcasts, I say this all the time. I don't take shit that most people say, especially on the Joe Budden podcast series. But even for the fact that it shit here and said, my sources told me that nobody wanted to pick up Russell Westbrook. Please, shut the fuck up. You don't have no sources. Nigga, the Wizards.
That was reported.
No, it was not. Nigga, the Wizards and Sacramento Kings wanted to report him.
A lot of people was
They record on Friday. Niggas already knew. By the time they record on Friday, nigga, that information was out there that the Wizards and the Kings offered him a contract, and he said no.
No, right, but I'm saying, but a lot of people was rumored saying that, oh, he's hard to coach, oh, don't pick him up.
But it don't matter. But that's not what happened. I don't give a fuck what people said. What happened was the Wizards and the Sacramento Kings both offered him a contract, and he declined both and wanted to retire. Don't make it seem like nobody didn't want to pick him up because two teams offered him a contract. I don't give a fuck what niggas was saying. What actually happened was the Sacramento Kings and the Washington Wizards both offered him a contract, and he declined from both of them. Don't make it seem like I hate. That's one of the things I hate about podcasts is niggas be sitting here trying to lie and make it seem like they know shit that other people don't. You fucking don't. You don't know what the fuck you be talking about. I hate that shit. I sit here and like I swear to God, I hate that shit. Like that shit, I hate that shit with a passion because niggas be like the city, and that's why niggas be so quick to want to take pictures with famous people so you can make your fucking audience believe that you know more. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Again, shout out to Russell Westbrook. I hate the fact that we just live in a generation where niggas don't actually watch games. People just watch too many highlights because there's no way on God's green earth.
True, dude. Because like when people pass away, I was just talking to him. I just said this. Like people get, unless you saw the Russell say, well, yeah, no, they did offer me. Like I said, we still offer sources, right?
No, because it came out already before you. It's no way you can't say sources. They record on Friday, nigga. That shit, he retired on Wednesday or Thursday. It was by Friday. That information was out that the Wizards in Sacramento wanted him. You can't. What the fuck sources do you got? It's already public knowledge. As soon as I heard, I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about? It's public knowledge. Did fucking the Wizards and the Sacramento Kings offered him a jump? No, you can't. It ain't no fucking. What sources you got, nigga? It ain't none because the same nigga who said he retired. What it was? Shams came out and said the Wizards and Sacramento both offered him a contract. Mm-hmm. The fuck are we talking about? Like that should be stupid, dog. I hate that shit. Like I swear to God, like that's my biggest fucking pet peeve with fucking podcasts. Niggas be lying too much.
The museum has a curator, and every exhibit, they have a story. But some stories don't need someone to tell them. They just speak for themselves. So tonight, I'm not going to tell you what any of this means. I'm just going to show you. And I'm going to ask them a few questions along the way, not because I expect an answer, but because some things deserve to be asked, even in silence. This one's from the inner city of South Central. Before any of it, before the triple doubles, before the MVP, before anybody outside of Los Angeles knew his name. Because why not? This was the next chapter. The Sonics made him the number 4 pick in 2008. No one in OKC could have told you what he'd become. And this is the one people point to. Like it explains everything. It doesn't. Well, not really. Russ, what kept you going all those years? What made you get back up night after night when the whole league had a highlight reel of you falling down? Yeah, I figured that. You know, people forget.
Nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew who I was.
Before he was a walking headline, he was just a kid from inner city LA who could jump higher than anybody had a right to.
Russell Westbrook from UCLA.
Somewhere between the dunks and the draft classes, he became something else. Not just a player, a personality. A meme before we even called it that. A husband, a father, a guy in a kilt at the Met, daring anybody to say something. What did winning mean to you? I mean, really, no, not just the trophies, the actual feeling of it. Some things you don't say. You just play them over and over until everyone else understands too. Because why not? This swing isn't finished yet. That's not a mistake. We left it this way on purpose. Because whatever's next, the mentorship, the foundation, the kids who are going to grow up wanting to move just like he did, that part hasn't been built yet either. Were you ever afraid of what happens after the game stops needing you? This swing isn't finished. Neither is he. And that's the point. Last question. Now that you decided to step away from everything on your own terms, what are you the most proud of? That might be the best interview I've ever done. He didn't say a word. And somehow, I understood everything.
Again, shout out to Russell Westbrook on your retirement. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. I believe that was either 3 or I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 years where he averaged a triple-double. And again, when you sit here saying just like how you have to, and I say this all the time, where you have to pick and choose and find voices that you appreciate, especially when it comes to sports, because this is just pay attention to how many people while Russell Westbrook was playing, and in those times when you sit here saying, like, especially when he was at like year 2, just flirting with the fact that, oh damn, he about to average a triple-double again for another season, where people kind of like brushed it off and kind of act like it wasn't nothing. But then you sit here and say, pay attention to these same people who sit here and champion when you see the Joker do it, where you feel like the Joker deserved to keep getting MVPs every year because, oh, he averaging the triple-double. Where it's kind of like, damn, you discredit Russ for doing something, and he's a way smaller player, and you sit here and give the Joker the same credit. You give the Joker the credit for the same shit that Russell Westbrook was doing. So again, like I said, that is one of the reasons why I be so happy that it's kind of like, I don't even have time to sit here and watch ESPN or none of them shows. I got to go on YouTube, and you just pick out voices that you like yourself, like the voices that you appreciate, and highlight the players that you sit here and like, because I do feel like a lot of them times niggas just give takes and give opinions just to try to get like clicks and views. So again, like I said, shout out to Russell Westbrook on a great career, and just to even be able to average a fucking triple-double, not just one season, but multiple seasons, like that's just some elite shit. Let's go a little sneaker news real quick.
1984, Nike wanted this sneaker gone. 3 stores in Baltimore talked them out of it. It became the best-selling shoe in history. The shoe originally came out in 1982. Back then, Nike retired off its old models every year. By 1984, it was this shoe's turn. This shoe was the Nike Air Force One. In Baltimore, it kept selling out. A store owner named Harold Rudo, they called him Mr. Shoe, watched it happen every day. He flew to Nike in Oregon and told them they were wrong. 2 more Baltimore stores backed him up. Nike agreed, but only those 3 stores could sell it. A new color every month. People drove down from New York and DC for a pair. That's the scarcity principle. When something's hard to get, people want it more. Nike didn't plan that. Years later, Harlem took it over. The rap crew Dipset made the all-white low tops a uniform. Uptown was the only place to find them, so the city started calling them Uptowns. Nike's numbers said that shoe was dead. The people selling it knew better. Your customers see things your numbers can't. Baltimore saved the shoe, Harlem made it cool, and Nike made billions off of it. Neither city got the credit or any of the money. What did your city make popular before everybody else caught on?
Again, shout outs to Baltimore, shout outs to Harlem, definitely shout outs to Baltimore, shout outs to that good goddamn drug money in Baltimore. And that, you know, one of the things real quick, I do kind of want to sit here, and I didn't even know that I was going to walk into this conversation. I do, and this is going to sound ignorant, but this is just like sometimes where you kind of miss where like the niggas who stood outside kind of set the stone for what was cool and what's not, because we kind of live on the internet where you kind of just bouncing in opinions and getting shit from people you don't even realize. I remember it was a post. It was on the board. It was on the boardroom, and they was talking to Shaq and whatever the white dude who's the CEO of Reebok, and the nigga was sitting here saying how, you know, basically Nigga, they didn't sit here and when they originally got the company, I forgot it was in the low, but whatever now, it's like worth like $6 billion since they didn't recently got this new launch of Reebok. So I was like, yeah, I believe it because nigga, I got like 9 pair of fucking Angel Reese's. So again, one thing, like that's one thing I guess I sometimes be hating, even if you mention Angel Reese's name on the internet, you just get like the wildest, just like white people and just niggas from different countries. Like, bro, we ain't never supposed to even breathe the same air. And for you to, we're not even supposed to know the same shit is cool. Like that's just not even playing that. And I'm listening to it. And I'm like, it makes sense for like where Baltimore sit here and had Air Forces going out like every day because niggas in Baltimore was selling a lot of drugs. So them niggas could sit here and buy endless shoes. Like that to me is like what was like, that's supposed to be like, these niggas is supposed to set what's cool. And again, I understand because outside ain't outside no more. So it's kind of like the lines get blurred with the internet. But I never in my life, I'll say this and just maybe for people who's new here, I never in my life ever want to sit here and wear something and feel like, oh yeah, I gotta sit here and look cool or want the shit that the white boy want. I never want to wear that. Like that shit to me will be fucking disgusting. I would, nigga, oh my God. I know I gotta watch the, let me tell you something, boy. If I sit here ever went somewhere and I had a fucking outfit, oh my man, stop though. Like, and that's the point. That's what's fucked up about the internet because it just be some shit that's supposed to be for y'all. Whatever you think was cool, like when y'all niggas like the Vans, then they look like sneakers. Like that's y'all shit. Do your thing, baby. What I like, we should never like the same shit ever in fucking life. We ain't supposed to. It's just we ain't never supposed to like the same music or nothing. Drake be the closest fucking line that we kind of even border with that. And I fucking hate that that's the fucking fact that we even got to share this nigga. But that's just the times we live in. It's the internet. I hate that the internet blurs the lines like that because it make niggas think like, and I wrote the dude back, I said respectfully, I'm never supposed to like what you like. Never on nothing on God's green earth, we ever supposed to like the same thing. So if you don't like something, that means I'm in the right fucking lane. Because I never want to ever in my life think that something is cool that a bunch of fucking white boys think is cool. It's just not happening. It won't never fucking happen. Sorry, dog. I just, that shit always gonna skip me. What else is going on in the world? Let me go a little bit back down memory lane with Power.
Tell me you ain't feel that shit tonight. It's crazy, right? How close we once were.
Yeah, and then you used everything I taught you against me. You know, all this bad shit happened because you set me up.
Can't have a plan, man. You ain't want to follow the plan. So I was either gonna kill you or put you on the inside. Loved you like a brother. Wasn't gonna kill you.
So you just made a bad choice. Because if you'd have killed me, you wouldn't be here right now.
We was kids, Kay. Crazy motherfucking kids, man. Just trying to make moves. We were innocent.
I was never innocent. You either.
Who's got my boy, Kay?
One of the baddest motherfuckers we both know.
Tommy.
No, not Tommy. She run these streets harder than some of these men. Love pussy, but ain't got no heart.
Like, again, people don't give 50 Cent, show me, I can't say people don't give him enough credit, but the fact that this last version of Raising Kanan has got people going down memory lane, just trying to like put the puzzles together on what they feel like the Tommy and Ghost and Kanan origin stories is going to look like or feel like. So people just sitting there uploading old clips, trying to put the puzzles together about like how crazy the jukebox really get after all of this played out. I do really want to see how this one is going to play out. Like, and I kind of wonder, do they change the way they was writing a little bit after you seen how people reacted to Jukebox killing Rock? And like, I wonder kind of like, how do people really sit here and take into some of those things and how they made it sit here and the way they kind of will write out this other TV show. But while we talking about clothing brands, fashion, and the crazy thing is, I'm not going to sit here, I can't tell somebody that they're overreacting because this is their idea. This is something that they put out. But I feel like Fashion Nova kind of built their brand on kind of like making the affordable knockoff shit a little bit, where it's not like, should they do it to smaller brands? I mean, I guess you could argue yes or no, but I feel like, again, this is not my brand, so I can understand where I may not be mad, but this person is mad. But it's a Detroit brand, and they had a shirt where it kind of looked like a almost like a gas station style t-shirt, and they got upset that Fashion Nova knocked their joint off.
Fashion Nova thought they was gonna steal my boy Dre design. As if wasn't nobody gonna notice. Shout out to my boy Engineer by Dre. Everybody know these work shirts. On the back they say I only want to work with friends. He lit. Like, everybody fuck with his shit. Let's compare the shirts. This the front of the Engineer by Dre shirts. It say him on the front. If you get a girl one, it say her. Fire. This the Fashion Nova version. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all could have at least tried to switch the color scheme. Then y'all version just looked cheap as hell altogether. The quality looked terrible, just trash. Then once again, the back of Dre shirt say, I only want to work with friends. For real, Fashion Nova. Tell us this fell out your pocket, man. The harder we work, the luckier we become. So y'all thought y'all was gonna make the sentence a little longer, and that was gonna help y'all get away with it. Fuck out of here, Fashion Nova. Man, shout out my nigga Dre, man. He already up. He already got paid. But this about to put him in a whole nother tax bracket. He finna sue the shit out of y'all, as he should. Hey, but this gotta feel good, cause your brand's so good that Fashion Nova stealing your shit. Fashion Nova a huge company.
My only thing with that is I don't necessarily know if you're gonna actually be able to sue Fashion Nova for, because I mean, do the shirts kind of like they look the same, but it ain't the same, because even with the patch in the front where it's like his junk got more detail in it, they just got a patch right there and it don't say nothing. His junk say him on it, and it got like it's trim around the name tag. Their junk just got a name tag with no trim. Like his shirt just got more detail. So I don't think necessarily realistically how you kind of gonna sue them. And even if you're looking at the two qualities of the shirts, one do look cheap. The Fashion Nova one look cheap. His shit look like it costs more to make. So I don't know realistically like how you kind of gonna sue him. I think realistically you could just take it on the chin with pause, where it just be like, all right, cool, you bit my style, you bit my swag. But I don't necessarily know if like you're gonna be able to win a lawsuit against this, because it's like it's just a work shirt. Like even I can understand that they didn't rewrite it. They changed the sentences is completely different. So I don't necessarily know like what you gonna sue them off of. Because if that's the case, if you could just sue off some shit like that, then I should have sued Nike when they started doing slogan shirts, because nigga, I made a killing off of colorful slogan t-shirts. What the fuck? Nike made their own slogan t-shirts and they was colorful. Niggas knew that they was biting my shit, but what the fuck can I do? Their slogans was completely different from mine. Was the style and the aesthetic the same? Yes, but what the shirt said, it didn't say the same shit. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Nothing besides be like, okay, well, Nike on my dick. That's all you can really say. You ain't getting no bread off that shit. I just can't even imagine you getting some money off of that. Let's go to Howard.
Breaking everyone into the Don Lemon Show newsroom. Something is going on at Howard University. Something is going on. Howard is offering voluntary retirement and separation packages to about 600 eligible faculty and staff as the university tries to cut long-term costs. And remember, this was just weeks ago. More than 500 incoming students were abruptly disenrolled over unpaid balances shortly before the academic year. That caused a huge uproar. More than 200 students have since been reinstated, but now you have hundreds of students affected on one side and potentially hundreds of faculty and staff on the other. So what is happening behind closed doors at Howard? Howard appears to be under serious financial pressure, appears to be. And if that is the case, its community deserves to know what is going on. People are depending on this HBCU for their education, their jobs, and their futures. They trust Howard. They deserve transparency, and they deserve answers. We're going to keep following this in my Lucky Lemon 7 newsletter on Substack. The link is in bio. Okay, breaking everyone into the Don Lemon Show.
Real quick, I want to go back into music for a few seconds. Cardi B is allegedly have a tiny desk that they're working on. They did a no phone policy, so that is the reason why you haven't seen people post pictures of it. I guess my question for y'all is, are you looking for, do you think, I'm not fucking if you're looking forward for, do y'all think Cardi B will have a fire tiny desk? Do you feel like Cardi B music kind of feels like a tiny desk?
Yeah. I mean, shit, Bow Wow, I think Cardi B has that.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not like it's a long show. What is it, like 30 minutes?
That's like 30, 40.
If that.
She got the hits for it, but I guess maybe because I'm thinking of when you think about tiny desks, I feel like you kind of almost like, to me, the rappers that kind of got it right, like almost damn near perfect, was like rappers that kind of probably be in DC a lot, like somebody like Scarface. As rapper wise, Scarface probably has the best tiny desk because he done performed with go-go bands a lot. Matter of fact, I want to say he had Backyard doing his tiny desk with him. So that pocket for him is very familiar. Where Cardi got hits, like of course nobody can. She got full fucking diamond records, so nobody can't argue that she got the hits to do a tiny desk, but I don't necessarily know if Cardi B got the pocket to be able to kind of just like rock out with a band. Because even her performances on stage is still more sexual. It's hits. It's not necessarily like it ain't really like I don't feel like a Tiny Desk. I mean, she could prove me wrong, but I just feel like Cardi shit is like, yeah, I got hits, but like Tiny Desk is like on some intimate shit where you kind of got to be like.
But she can still be animated and still. I mean, shit, just like when what's her name? Doechii did hers. Like I said, you still could be animated. You still can.
No, I get what you're saying, but Doechii, you got to think about it. Doechii music is more. It's more lyrics, so she can kind of like Doechii kind of like sit here and can like let the like do the Lord when she did the acapella and it's just her and the black girls who was singing in the background, or they were sitting here rapping her lyrics behind her, where she can kind of really play on what she's saying. Where for Cardi shit ain't really about the lyrics, so it's like when you performing with a live band. And when sometimes you can take out certain instruments and you can allow what you saying to hit a little bit harder, or what you saying could be a little bit more intimate on certain parts. When you saying something like the Doechii, when she performed, she's
like to like it like that. Like I feel like she definitely gonna perform that.
Oh yeah, she can go crazy with a live band with like it like that. She can go crazy with that for sure.
So on the who you got performing with you, the band wise,
and I guess what songs you perform. Yeah. You probably need to do a good. Yeah, you probably need to like the Kalani Joan. What's another the Call My Phone. I mean, I guess she got a couple of records. We'll see. I ain't about to sit here and make it like I'm gonna hold my breath on it. What else was going on? Real quick, this little nigga funny as shit.
For kids that got single mothers, if you start to realize that during the school year, you get new shoes, new games, new everything, it's because your mom is available from 8 to 4. Fellas, I'm sorry for dirty macking. This is for kids.
Man, this little nigga funny as shit, dog. Anthony Towns. Who else was on there? Chef.
Oh, they got married.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, I forgot. I had it on top of my list too. Shout out to Karl-Anthony Towns and Jordyn Woods. They officially got married, and I like that they kind of really low key. I mean, it looked like they still had a big wedding, but they kind of had a big wedding, but it kind of was like went under the radar. Like they didn't do no real crazy like build up to the wedding. They still had a big wedding. Like I seen the pictures coming from the wedding, so it still was a big wedding, but it was kind of like one of them jumps where it's like. You kind of just like you let it move under the radar a little bit. Like you didn't do a bunch of like rah hype into it. It was kind of like, all right, cool, we propose. You kind of allowed the NBA final situation to die down because they could have, let's be clear, they could have made a big ass deal about it and not saying they could still realistically could have recorded it and they could maybe put out a reality show a little bit later. Who knows? But I just feel like for them, for the level of how popular Karl-Anthony Towns and Jordyn Woods was after winning this NBA finals, I definitely feel like if they wanted to be a lot more noise around their wedding, it definitely could have been a lot more noise around their wedding. So I kind of respect that they got married and kind of moved it under the radar a little bit.
Good records. Not
hey, put your headphones on real quick, Mark, so you can hear this because this is a little hip hop topic. I want y'all to we can get into.
Able to be touched until headline hour.
So I've heard that a couple of times. Me as I guess the elder here, right? And I grew up like, damn, I remember my first time DJing for Kid Capri.
Got it.
And Kid Capri had a list of songs you cannot play.
It's not unheard of.
You understand what I'm saying? And I remember, and I was like,
and
damn.
would give you a physical list.
Yes.
Right.
Well, it wasn't Kid Capri. It was, and I was no slight to Kid Capri, but I love Kid Capri. But it was like, this is a list of songs you cannot play. You used to have a manager and give you the list of songs.
Oh shit.
But and it used to be like no, it used to be like no Bad Boy. It was like, damn, my nigga, like it's like it wasn't like you can't play Mace, this. It was like no Bad Boy, no Cash Money, no whatever, something
Holy
like that.
shit.
So I don't think he was wrong for that because I think he was, like this is the Kid Capri show. People are coming to see Kid Capri.
There's no and right now,
I'm just saying. So if a DJ chooses to, I don't get upset.
Right.
But do I feel like you should? No.
All right, so I'm with you. Headline records, the top 20 records. Should it be played before that 2:00 hour?
I don't think they should be. I feel
real quick, I'm gonna pause this real quick because and definitely I ain't gonna lie to you, Erica. You definitely still caught me off guard with your ludicrous topic. So I definitely want you to give your opinion on this one because I'm not going to let you get out on this one because I didn't know that you was really into you was sneaky into rap music. So just because I want to know what would be y'all 5 songs if you were a headline DJ. So for people all of us can kind of do this, even for the people who are listening. If you were headlining a DJ in a party and the party, let's say the party going till 3, you don't get on until 1 o'clock. You the last DJ at night. What would be the 5? We don't got to make it too long. So let's just go your top 5 songs you would not want the DJs ahead of you to play. So I'm going to let the rest of this clip play out so y'all can think about the 5 songs you would not want. You want to save them for your set. You need these 5 songs to make the party go fucking crazy when you start the DJ.
Unwritten rule, across the DJ community.
I think it's pretty written.
Yeah,
it should be written, 100%. I've learned that.
It should be. I learned it though. Yeah. I learned it too. I came up. I learned that don't do that. Don't burn the. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the first things they taught me. Mm-hmm. You know, when it becomes.
You're saying they? Who's they?
The industry of DJ.
Okay.
You know, because I'm self-taught on the DJ tip, but the parameters of DJing, the rules that I learned from my OGs was hey, don't burn out the headliner, man. It's so much music, and at that time it was so much music that could be played. There's so many ways you can go. There's so many ways you can attack the crowd. You don't have to drop the top 20 heaters to get your name. You know,
agreed.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? No, I agree. I mean, that's how I came up in the game. I used to go to the clubs and watch Mr. C, watch Culture, watch.
Shout out to DJ Culture too. A lot of people don't give Culture proper.
Goldfinger. I've watched all these DJs, and this is actually I learned how you would say the law of the land. We would have to be able to get the crowd going without touching any of those records. That's what actually determined if you were a good DJ. If you was able
That's how I feel too. Yes.
And to be honest with you, I think, and I said this before, that I really feel that opening DJs is actually one of the most important jobs to have, because your job is to keep people in there drinking, having a good time, not leaving, creating the vibe.
So again, my question for y'all is, what would be your 5 songs if you were the closing DJ that you would not want the opening DJ to play?
I could think of 2, probably the Young Miami and the new Cardi B.
So you wouldn't want them to play Spin That, and you wouldn't the High song or whatever the name of that song is.
Yeah.
What you got, Marcus?
I mean, where is it at?
Whatever club you feel like you DJing. Let's say you DJing somewhere 40 and over. Let's say you was at Park and you at Park on Sunday, or not even on Sunday. Let's say you at Park and it's Howard Homecoming and you the last DJ. So it's a 40 and over crowd.
It's a 40 and over crowd?
Yeah, let's say Kenny Burns hosting it. It's Howard Homecoming. Park is only the 40 and over shit. Or 30 and over, whatever age group you feel like.
Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you don't want nobody playing. I don't know. It's kind of hard for I don't think it's no.
But the reason why they say that is because realistically, think about it though. If you were the headliner DJ, you kind of wouldn't. We'll sit here and say if the party started at 8, let's say people got in there at 10. And then maybe 1 or 2 other DJs ahead of you. You wouldn't, if you come on at 1 and the party, let's say the party over at 3, you come on at 1, you wouldn't want the DJ at fucking 12 o'clock, kind of again what Erica just said, you wouldn't want the nigga to play Spin That already.
Shit, they do it. Play it and 4 times.
But that's when the people be complaining, man, the DJ kept playing the same fucking song all night.
But then that's what I'm saying, even when we was in Aruba, they kept, every time somebody bought a bottle, they was playing that. So
that's kind of a little bit different because you're not taking that as a real club. Nobody's coming back here on a weekly basis. This is like people out on vacation. So I'm not really judging the DJ on a vacation spot.
Well, I still got locals.
I don't know. I don't know how it would go there, but I know for a fact, I'm sure the DJ at a local, somewhere where 90% of the people there are there on vacation. The DJ don't have to DJ the same way a nigga who DJing a club night every Friday, or a DJ who's DJing a big homecoming night where you trying to still okay, nigga, I make if I go crazy at Howard, now I may get booked for Morgan, I may get booked for Bowie State in North Carolina, A&T. That's kind of how it goes. So realistically, yeah, I do. If I'm with Erica, Spin That shit should be yeah, I don't want nobody, don't play Spin That. I may even sit here and say, Man, don't play Spin That. Don't play fucking Wham Whammy. What's another joint? I kind of almost with you with the Dreams and Nightmares, but I feel like that shit's so old. You can kind of, but that is kind of like the perfect like 1 o'clock song.
That Mona Leo song.
Which one? I put you on. I'm putting you down. Yeah, if I'm DJing for more women, for sure. I don't know if we sit here and talked about this last week. Ken the Man was here. Did I say something about that?
No.
Oh yeah, well, shout out to Ken the Man. I couldn't remember if I said he said something about that last week. But yeah, Ken the Man was here last week, and I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's one of the reasons why I hate that people don't really be on social media talking about things they like. Because I know homegirls that was there, but I know that like, we of course we be on the socials and we share music. So I knew a handful of girls I knew that was gonna be at the Ken the Man Jones. But then it was I was surprised to see like some of the bougier women that I follow. I was like, damn, y'all went to go see Ken the Man because I didn't know that they was Ken the Man fans. But that's again where I sit here and say people need to be on social media and kind of like bigging up the shit that you kind of like. Because if I knew Ken the Man was gonna kind of bring out that crowd shit, I might have took my ass there. Because Ken the Man had some fucking heat in that goddamn concert. I'm not gonna lie to you. And Ken the Man is one of them. I said this before when I talked about her music. She's one of those artists that kind of move under, like she's popular enough to at least sell out a club, like a big club. And she kind of like, she's popular enough not to be on the radar when niggas can sit here and judge her first week sales, but she's popular enough in most major cities she can at least still bring out damn near 2,000 people. Like that to me, as an artist, that's the perfect sweet spot where you can put out as much music as you want and you kind of moving under the radar. Nobody's going to judge you. She can put out music and it's not only people who want to talk about her music, it's people who like her, and you not where the point where it's like, oh, like with Lotto and Megan and where your first week numbers matter. They don't. Where she can kind of like, I can go do my own tours, I can do Fillmore's, and I can sell these joints out, and nobody never going to judge my first week. But going back into the DJ joint, yeah, I want to go. I definitely won't want to sit here. Don't play Spin That. Don't play Wham Whammy. What's like another crazy like rap song right now? I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even want you. Don't play Mariah the Scientist's Burning Blue. I know that shit kind of old, but I can imagine when it kind of get to that, like that little 2 o'clock in the morning, I can kind of play that, and I'm sure the crowd can kind of, everybody already drunk. I can get a bunch of women that kind of like sing that shit to the top of their lungs. And if I want to keep it in R&B, don't play Mariah the Scientist's Burning Blue, and don't play fucking Kalani Folded. Because if I kind of off my super women drunk as shit in this joint and I'm trying to wind it down.
The Tim song.
Which Tim's joint?
The new one.
Is it the? It's not. I know it's not. It's on you. On the album that we do. What was it? Big Daddy. Big Daddy. Whatever the joint she did the color. She did the colors for. I know what Tim's joint she's talking about. Yeah. So I do think you realistically definitely need a little bit of R&B to be able to go into your pocket. I guess what is this? North Carolina sad story out of North Carolina, Chicago, Baltimore. Calm down. Did we talk about this dude in Walmart? No, it was a Target situation as well. Oh, real quick, because I wanted to talk about this. I know I mentioned it, the Idaho murder, John. I know I said something about it like for 2 weeks. I talked about watching it or whatever case may be. So the dude, realistically, who is charged for the John, he is taking back his guilty plea now, and he's trying to go back to trial. And the family of the kid, because I guess, let me slow down. So originally when he pleaded guilty, he didn't have to sit here and tell them why he did it or how he did it or nothing. He just pled guilty. So that's what he was just going to take his time, and it is what it is. So basically he's sitting here saying now he's trying to, because realistically, when the story the more popular the story get, a lot of people are sitting here saying that they feel like he could maybe be able to beat this charge because they don't have enough information to really sit here and say he did it. So now he's sitting here saying, I want to take back my guilty plea because I was mentally insane and I want to go to trial now. So for the parents of the kids, they want him to go to trial because they want to know why he did it and how he did it and what was the reason behind it. But at the same time, it's like, do you really kind of want to open back this Pandora's box? Because what if he beat this shit?
What was your first reaction when you heard that Kohberger wanted to withdraw his guilty plea and take this back to trial?
It might have seemed petty, but I thought I told you so. I knew this was going to happen. Somebody that's this self-centered, there was really no question that he was going to try to put himself back in the spotlight again.
Would you be confident that he'd be convicted and would get the death penalty? Because that's, of course, the deal here. Under the plea agreement, that was taken off the table. If there is a new trial, that would be back on the table.
I would love for it to backfire on him and we could just sit there and laugh at him, just point at him and have the whole world see what a fool he is for, doing this, running the table and then getting death row. That'd be glorious.
What was your first?
And this kind of go back to the conversation with me and Marcus was having last week about gangster rap music versus these type of crazy Netflix doc type of dudes where it's like, again, because now it's on Netflix and you kind of see this with every one of these Netflix docs. I'm sure realistically in a couple of weeks you'll see this when they drop their new series of murder, what is it? Not murder, monster. But when these documentaries come out on Netflix, again, they get super popular. People get more invested into whatever the case was. And then again, because of these type of criminals, that's what they really want. They're doing these crimes because they want to become famous. They want to become a household name like your Jeffrey Dahmers or whatever the case may be. So now it's getting more attention on it because it's on Netflix. So now he's sitting here taking back his guilty plea and he wants to go back to trial. And again, maybe, and this in his ego, one, he wants his name back out in the headlines. And then two, again, because people are sitting here saying, where it's like, they watching the doc and they feel like, well, they don't really got a real hardcore evidence to prove that he did it. He may, if he take it back to trial, he may be able to beat it. So it's kind of like two things where it's like, I can stroke my ego and get back in the headlines. And then what if I beat this shit? Because then if you beat it, they can't charge you again. And now you can go on a crazy book tour. You can do whatever the case may be. So that is kind of where it gets tricky just a little bit. But again, like I said, it was this dude who had a situation in Walmart and I'm gonna just play it.
No, you're not allowed. Why ain't I? I'm just buying people's groceries.
No, man, you're not allowed in any Walmart.
Well, actually, the police officer said that isn't true, though.
That's not what the police have to say about it. This is Walmart.
And the store manager said I could be in here. Do you know who I am?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to leave?
No.
Oh, okay. You sure? I don't want no trouble. I don't want no problems. Thank you.
All right, so you guys are both going to get issued trespass warnings from Walmart, okay? You guys are no longer allowed to go to any Walmarts, any Sam's Clubs, or any Murphy gas stations for life, okay? So that is a life ban from Walmart.
Who's issuing that?
What?
Who's issuing that?
Walmart is. So
what do we do?
That's any private business can. I didn't go to Walmart. I just came and.
Well, they can't just do it for no reason.
Yes, I can.
Even if we're not there.
They don't have to have a reason.
Can I appeal that?
What?
Can I appeal that?
You can call corporate, yeah.
I'm definitely appealing that. I'm going to give it to.
So basically the gentleman goes around and he's kind of, and I mean, that's one of the reasons why I said I wanted to do with, y'all know my man Calvin, who be on social media. And I want to say he's like based out of what? I want to say it's Calvin out of like the North Carolina, South Carolina area. And he do all his videos in Food Line. And I'm sure realistically for Food Line is a little bit different from Walmart because they're not as big as Walmart. So they probably appreciate the free promo for Food Line. But again, with some of these stores, when these content creators, and I mean, of course, this dude's not a prankster. He goes into Walmart and actually be buying people like groceries and stuff like that. I think I've seen people say he buy kids like PlayStations and shit like that. But I understand where it's like some of these places like Walmart where they feel like they don't need the extra promo. So they don't want niggas in their stores just recording content. So it's kind of like, I get it. I understand what he's doing. He feel like he's doing a good deed. But at the same time, if I'm Walmart, nigga, I don't want you in my store with these fucking cameras recording and doing all this other shit because everybody don't want to be on camera. So you maybe, and again, I'm sure realistic. I don't know.
Some of his kind of little, like kind of little controversial type of rage, not necessarily rage bait, but it's not like.
Oh, you seen some of his videos before?
Yeah, I've seen his videos a plenty of times.
So what type of videos would his videos be like?
It's just like just say you just came out the store and he just woke up to, hey, can I get your receipt? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like. So are you saying some of his videos be like prankish as well? It's not necessarily a prankish, but it's kind of like, it ain't just like, hey, how you doing today? Let me take care of your groceries. Like he do kind of do like a little bit of like the gimmicky kind of, you know what I'm saying, stuff. So it's not like always like he's just coming off like, hey, here you go, here goes some money. Like it's little, it'd be like catches to it.
Yeah, so again, do you feel like, I mean, you watch his videos, I never seen none of his videos. So do you feel like Walmart is wrong for banning him out of their junk?
No, I don't, like I said, it's there. You have the rights. To me personally, like I said, I think it's just like a lot of people do a lot of this shit and people get ideas and it's like, nah, but I don't want that. I don't want that here. So I don't think they're wrong for it. Like I said, it's a company, it's a business.
Yeah, I get it. And that's one of the, I mean, I say this all the time. When people do those videos in those stores, you kind of got to understand he's a comedian. So, okay. So, all right. So I guess, so I guess the question is, and I'm talking to in the chat, do you feel like he getting banned because he's a little bit too popular, so when people see him, it's kind of like it make it a little bit. I guess it make it a little bit too much noise, or people pay attention a little too much. I don't know what area he in. So obviously, I mean, the lady at Walmart knew who he was, so maybe he in a small enough town that people kind of can recognize who he is. So does that kind of be like you're a little too famous to just keep coming in this Walmart, or is it you too famous and you coming in here with a camera? So now you kind of just bringing too much attention and you doing too much. I mean, I get it. I kind of see it both ways. I understand that he probably want to use it for content, but at the same time, you can't use these people businesses for fucking content at the same time. So I understand. I do see both sides on that situation. What else is going on in the world? Oh, real quick, because I meant to play this last week, and this shit kind of like, I ain't no parent, but this one seems super cringy and crazy as hell. Here we go. Where was this at?
You know you can call me mommy though.
You're not my mom.
No. Yeah, but I am kind of like your mom because I'm the one that's here.
No. I have a mom.
All right, so then you can call me mom.
No, I think I'm fine calling you Alicia.
But it's kind of disrespectful that you're calling me Alicia. You should like have some type of like name that you call me that's not my name, because it's kind of rude to call me by my first name. Call me Ma.
No.
Okay, Malachi, come here. Come here, Malachi. Say mama.
Mama.
Malachi says mama.
He's 2. He doesn't know any better.
Okay, but I don't see like what the big deal is. Like, it's cool. Like, just say it. Say mom and see how it feels.
Stepmom.
Say mom.
Stepmom.
I don't like the term stepmom. You can just say mom.
But you stepped in after my mom, so you're a stepmom.
You know
let me tell you, when you know a video. No, it's wild. I want to get y'all opinion on it, but you know when a video is crazy, when that shit got over 100,000 comments and 160,000 shares, you know that this video triggered people. I want to see people like when videos go that viral. I just be wanting to see what people be saying in their group chats, because I know for a fact that his women was probably like, I would have beat the living dog shit out of this woman if she would have played with one of my kids like this. You sitting here trying to basically damn near coerce a fucking kid to call you mom is absolutely crazy as shit. Like that to me was just like,
told you no. She told you no. Like, what do you keep pushing the issue for? She don't feel comfortable doing it.
oh, okay. So question, do you feel like if the little girl went back and told her mom this, the mom would be in the rights to kind of like confront this woman that she wanted to put powers on her?
You don't have to put, but you can confront her. You can say something to the father. Like, why is she pressing my daughter about trying to call her mom? She told her no.
Oh, okay. Then I guess my next question would be is, what do you feel like will be the comfortable name? Like if you the kids, they live together, like
what she want,
whatever you want to call me. I'm not gonna. Well, you can call me mom. You know, you can call me mom. Like, I'm not your mom, so you might not. You're not.
You know, for sure that part is corny. But I'm just saying like, what's
you want to call me?
But
You can call me by my first
what
name.
you want to call her? How do you feel like? What are you comfortable with?
But I do feel like that's younger generation now. She probably don't even sit here and put a miss in front of it. She just called this lady whatever her first name is.
If that's what you feel comfortable. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at you because I had a stepdaughter. She called me Erica for a while. I'm not going to be mad about it. What am I mad about it for?
That shit is just a little disrespectful, though.
It's not. Why is it disrespectful? What I'm gonna tell her? No, call me Miss Erica.
I have listened to him tell you. I don't know what type of crack Marcus be fake smoking. We have never in our life as kids ever could call somebody their first name without putting Mr. or Miss in front of it. We had a neighbor that used to piss us off and take out basketball, football, and get put in his job. We still had to call this nigga Mr. JC.
But that's what I'm saying. You cannot force a kid to be like, yes, it's you supposed to say Miss or Miss. That's how you supposed to address an adult. Yes, that's cool. But I'm talking about if somebody is staying in your house, whatever the case may be, you can't, like I said, you can't force her to.
No, I ain't saying you ain't got to force her to say call you mom or no shit like that. But it should be Miss such and such or Mr. such and such. It shouldn't be just whatever your first name is. That shit to me is disrespectful, dog. And I'm sure that's probably what the little girl was doing, because she kind of was like, I'm gonna call you stepmom. I ain't calling you mom.
But then how she, like I said, when did she come into her life?
I mean,
if it's a teenager or whatever the case may be, and I've been called, hey, Mark, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, Mr. Marcus. No, I'm not expecting you to call me.
Oh no, for sure. I guess if it depends. Like, okay, if the kid is already, if you're someone like high schooler, all right, cool. That may be a stretch. Even still, I understand it because this new day and age, how y'all parenting, I kind of get it. For my day and age, you still would have said Mr. and Mrs. I don't give a fuck when you meet this person or how old I was. You still say yes, sir, no, ma'am, type of situation like this. I'm not gonna lie. But I understand again in this new generation, if the kid is already in high school, they can call you your first name. Y'all can live with it. Cool. It is what it is. But even just where it's kind of what it make it more cringy, where it's like the little you sitting here like the 2-year-old sitting here calling you mom is fucking crazy. Because if I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a woman, but if I was a woman and that was my kid. And I see this video going viral and you tell my 2-year-old to call you mom, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you.
So what was the girls that you dealing with, their kids, what were they calling you?
And it probably was just, I don't necessarily, it never was that, because I don't necessarily know if we was ever in like a situation. Yeah, I don't never know. And then I still got a kitty name. So Mikey is kind of like, it's cool. Like, I don't like, what the fuck? That it ain't no Mr. Mikey. Like that shit was sound stupid.
But that's what. But you just said.
But I'm not. But again, I have a childish name, so it's like it's Mikey. What the fuck? What else you supposed to call? I don't want to be like Mr. Mikey. That shit would blow me.
But that's what I'm saying. You just answered your own question. You saying you wouldn't want that.
But if my name was Michael, I would want Mr. Michael. My name ain't Michael though.
I mean, technically, your name is Michael.
But nobody called me Michael, so I would be like, if you was like, "Hey, Mr. Michael," like that shit would piss me the fuck off. Don't fucking call me Mr. Michael. That shit will, nigga. I will be mad as shit if you call me Mr. Michael. Because that make you sound like you old as a motherfucker. Nah, I'm cool, dog. Don't call me no Mr. Michael.
Or Miss Erica or Mr. Marcus or Miss, like that. It's the same thing. It still make you sound old.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but y'all go by y'all regular names. My name is just very childish, so I wouldn't care. You don't have to put something in front of it. But y'all got adult names, so it makes sense for somebody to be like, "Hey, Miss Erica or Mr. Marcus." Like that shit kind of make more sense than Mr. Mikey, like or Mr. Mike. Man, Mr. Michael will fucking drive me crazy. So I get it. Of course, cool. If y'all don't want Mr. in front of you, I get it. We live in a day and age. Nobody don't never want to be old, so I ain't mad at you. If you don't want nobody to call you Mr.
It's just about being comfortable, and I'm okay with you because it's not out of disrespect because that's my name. So you're not. I don't feel like you being disrespectful by calling me Erica.
Yeah, I'm with you because the Mister will fucking piss me off. Like that shit.
Like we at school.
Because just because this generation, I would feel like you playing with me. Because that's just how these kids are so fucking disrespectful. I feel like you be calling me Mr. Michael, like you just fucking playing with me right now. And then even for Marcus, it's fucked up because the porn nigga name is Mr. Marcus, so you can't even call this nigga Mr. Marcus. That shit would just be nuts. Like, what the fuck? Nah, I'm cool, dog. I mean, I get it. I ain't mad. I take back my anger, but yeah, that video definitely went crazy viral. Like, I hope that was like a prank because I could imagine how the fuck that woman.
It had to be a prank.
And
you posted.
I don't think it's a prank, but I think she was dead serious too.
It gotta be because nigga,
you had some people that want to have that.
Yeah, but you can't record shit like that. You heard how many fucking likes and shares that shit had? I know that they was dragging this shit out of her. What else is going on in the world real quick? This is coming up. I believe they're doing because I know that Spike Lee is doing one in Brooklyn. So I do want to play this one because this one will be in the DC area for people who are really into I guess like I want to say I don't want to call them local movies. I don't necessarily know how you would kind of like explain what it is, but it's like where people kind of preview movies before they kind of come out.
Stuff is coming to DC,
yeah, film festival.
And they're coming right here to Union Market.
So it's the Black Film Festival. I know Spike Lee is doing one. That's what it is. You're absolutely right. I just was trying to figure out like what's the word and the kind of it's a film festival. So Spike Lee is doing one in Brooklyn, and they are doing one in the DC area. I'm gonna play it so that she gets. I'm gonna say it's in September, but they're doing it at Union Market.
Hey y'all, I'm Karma, and come spend a day with me in Union Market, the first stop of the American Black Film Festival's upcoming pop-up tour. You may or may not know, but Union Market in DC has everything. I mean, it has food, drinks, entertainment, activities. There's literally bingo going on right now. From September 25th to 27th, it'll also have the DC pop-up of the American Black Film Festival. That's right, y'all. For the first time ever, ABFF is coming right here to DC. Whether you're pulling up for bingo, there are endless food options, or just catching a vibe, Union Market has it all, and it's surrounded by great hotels, so you can easily turn the festival weekend into a perfect staycation. Now, let's make our way over to the theater. Now it's time for the main event. Welcome to Angelica Pop-Up. This is where ABFF DC is going to be taking place. So, let's go inside. This is Angelica Pop-Up, a stylish vintage boutique theater with a classic cinematic cinematic feel.
Got here too early? No worries. They have plenty of space for entertainment and networking, so it's the perfect place to meet your next creative partner. Don't forget to stop by the concession stand and get your snacks. Let's head in.
This intimate screening space is going to be perfect for ABFF's film screenings and filmmaker talkbacks.
All right, y'all, so that is it from Angelica Pop-Up, and I will see you here for ABSF in DC, September 25th to 27th. There's nowhere else to be. Bye.
So it's the Black Movie Film Festival, and it will be in DC and Union Market on the 25th through the 27th of September. I'm not real quick because I guess because we just brought up movies. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know I told people to go watch what's my girl? What's Haley's sister name? What's her Haley is the sister, it's not Chloe. But yeah, that movie that they had on Peacock, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was one. And if you into rom-coms, then you may like it, but that shit to me is like, I'm cool. Like that shit was just too it was too PG-13.
It was Haley.
It's Haley, yeah, Haley baby. Like that shit was just like, it was just too. It was damn near like a Disney movie almost. But again, I kind of said that about Peacock and their shit anyway, like last week. And shout outs to Timberland and the Yankees. I want to say, is it the Yankees, the Mets? It's the Yankees, the Mets, the Boston Red Sox, and the Houston Astros, and Chicago, the Braves. Who else got one? The Dodgers got one. I feel like realistically, to me, the only teams that kind of really make sense that's heavy in the Tims. So basically, the baseball is doing a collab with, is this New Era? Yeah, it's New Era and Tims. So they doing basically a few baseball teams, and they doing the Tims, the Butters, of course. And they just got the logo is in the tongue, and of course it's around where the level party is. So to me, the best Jones realistically is the Yankees jump, just because it's fucking like that shit would have been probably like the perfect outfit. I'm sure they still gonna sell out realistically, but that would have been kind of like the perfect Tims to wear to the Jay-Z concert when he had it at Yankee Stadium. And to the Red Sox jump, that jump, them took the best two jumps out of all of them to me. Like the Mets one is okay, but if I'm going to go New York, I just go Yankees. And again, the Red Sox to me, and it makes sense to the teams that they kind of pick, because those are, especially for those three, those are the three cities is right heavy into win Tims. I don't necessarily know what was the purpose of having the Houston Astros jump, because I can't imagine too many people in Houston actually wearing Tims like that, and that shit just don't look as like cool as the White Sox kind of don't look okay, but just I'm cool. And even the Atlanta Braves, where it's like I like the Braves logo, but just that, and the Dodgers shit don't make no sense. I ain't never seen nobody in LA with Tims. To me, the best Jones is the Yankees and the Red Sox jump. So again, shout outs to New Era and shout outs to Tims for that, and that was a smart collabo. Oh yeah, and I did talk about this festival last week, and it was going to be in Waldorf. I just wanted to give y'all the dates real quick. And look, it seems like it's gonna be around the same time as this that film festival that I just sitting here and said. So this is taking place in Waldorf, and this will be on Saturday, September 26th, and Sunday, September 27th. And these lineups is low key fire. Party Next Door, G Herbo. This is on for the Saturday lineup on the 26th. This is Party Next Door, G Herbo, Cash Cobain. Then the lineup kind of get a little nuts, no disrespect. This Sunday is Don Toliver, The Baby, Young Miami, Primo Rice, and then again the rest of that lineup kind of get crazy. So they start off, the people names is in bold, is kind of on point. The rest of the names kind of, I don't know who these other people is, so I ain't about to waste my time. But again, a festival in Waldorf to me is kind of cool. I guess real quick, because I did just mention The Baby. He bought his daughter a $30,000 dog for her birthday. So my question for y'all is, what would be the most that you would spend on the dog? Because $30,000 is ridiculous. I think, but of course, The Baby, he rich. So I guess.
No, it ain't ridiculous. That shit. With them, you talking about them overseas kind of dogs?
Yeah, it's the furry. It's like a furry. What is it? A furry. What the hell is them? The dogs with the funny nose? A bulldog or what? A Frenchie? A fluffy Frenchie?
Mm-hmm.
$30,000 for a dog is crazy though.
Not for that.
And $30,000 for a Frenchie is ridiculous, because they don't live that long, right? Yeah. So why the fuck I'm not paying no $30,000 for a dog that may only live for like 3 years, if that. If you lucky, you may get 5 years out of a Frenchie.
I only seen one in person.
What, one of the furry jokes?
Yeah, this guy on my route got one.
A white dude?
No, I don't think he's white. I want to say I think he's Spanish or something like that.
Man, $30,000 for a dog is crazy. I think the max I could do for a dog maybe like, I don't feel like $1,500. I feel like when niggas get paid,
what dog you getting?
I feel like 1,500 was a prime Yorkie price back in the day.
Fuck no. What? 1,500? You crazy.
When people first really got into Yorkies, though, a Yorkie for 1,500.
Shit for 1,500 right now.
Yeah, you saying right now, but I'm talking about like when Yorkies became a thing. I feel like 1,500 was like, that was the going rate. Did you think about it?
That's a deposit right there for a dog.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't fuck with animals that much. Not to pay anything over 15. So what you saying? Like, what's the going rate right now? What you saying? 3 bands, 5,000?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't paying $5,000 for no fucking pet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nigga, you know how much pussy I can get for $5,000? Nigga, I could be cool for like 2 years off of 5 G's. Just getting, I can space my shit out, and I could get some good quality shit. If I sit here, you tell me for 5 bands, I can sit here and say I can set my price for whatever I'm trying to fuck for $500. I could get 10 good. I'm talking about like $500. I could get some good quality box for some shit that a nigga wouldn't mind being seen in public with for $500. I'm not spending 5 racks on a dog. A dog now I still gotta take care of this motherfucker? Man, go to hell. Nah, ain't no way in hell, dog. How much a Rottweiler going for now?
Oh no.
That's my point. The dogs that niggas really grew up on, I know that they ain't going for like that. I feel like them. You could probably get a Rottweiler for some crackhead shit now. If you telling me the niggas spending their crazy money,
I don't think it's how many people actually have natural breeds. Like I said, that might be kind of hard to find.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Because when the last time you seen somebody saying I got some Rottweiler puppies for sale? Shit, I feel like it's been a minute. I ain't even seen nobody selling pit bulls in a long time.
Because you can't sell the motherfuckers.
Yeah, before I get out of here, this is the last joint right here from tonight's conversation. We can end on some relationship topics real quick. Man, these people I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout outs to every.
Why don't you like them joints? Like I feel like
I like them for. I know. Listen to what I'm saying.
Right?
No, I like them to just sit here and see how crazy people are. But I just can't personally be like, and I'm trying to kill my time, and I'm about to sit here. I can't imagine me paying to go see some shit like that. I mean, again, if you're trying to date and you're looking for desperate women, I say this before, then cool, knock yourself out, go there. But I couldn't sit here and say, like, you saw him saying, like, I'm having a long work day and I'm about to sit here. Like, I just couldn't sit here and see me throwing in my podcast rotation where people just talking about shit like this. Like,
so they don't, how do they do this? Because like them joints been coming on my YouTube joint. And like I said, it's
just the clips. It's never the whole show though. Yeah, they don't put his whole.
It'd be someone be a whole show. It'd be like an hour or so.
From tonight's conversation, or you saying from 8 at the table? It's 2 different jumps. But some of the same people used to be on both shows.
No, it'd be tonight conversation.
Oh,
but they don't never post it. Like it'd be from like weird.
Oh, somebody else basically probably. Yeah, because I want to say I think he put all his shit behind the paywall. I want to say I think he put his on either Patreon or he got his own website. He may have his own website.
Okay. Yeah,
because I about to say I knew his shit wasn't on YouTube.
Because it was even one joint. He was like, "Oh, we're doing multiple shows." So when I say good night, whatever, I'm not talking about y'all. Don't leave. I'm just recording more than one podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at his business. His business model is elite. You can't hate on that. That nigga be going places and them shits be sold out. Like I'm talking about, like he can literally probably like he can do. I ain't say probably. I know for a fact he's done venues that can hold 5,000 people. But again, it's a lot of desperate motherfuckers out here. And I don't even think, and the crazy thing is, where it's like, I don't never feel like those, especially the way people date in this day and age, that sensation that people look for when they go to those shows or trying to meet people, it's never going to die out because I feel like it's only going to get worse. I feel like the longer we live, the dating is going to get 100 times harder. Like if you can sit here and thug it out, like I'm telling people, like it depends on how old you are. I don't even care how old you are. But if you like if you right now, let's say you 35 and older, and if you feel like the dating pool is just ridiculous, I guarantee you, if you can hold off for another 5 to 10 years, God willing, you can spend the block back on whatever the fuck you felt like you missed out on back in the day because people are just going like you just running right now and you don't even know what you're looking for. People just out here just doing shit. People like and you kind of gonna see a lot of motherfuckers is gonna be single. So shows like that are going to last for another 10 years because I feel like the dating pool is gonna consistently have piss in it, mixed up with a little fucking 1942 and a little bit of Don Julio and with fucking hookah smoke all over it. And then you're going to still have people single. So you're going to still have people wanting to go to these type of shows and try to find somebody to date or they trying to become a cool dating tip. So realistically, that shit won't be around. But just for me personally, like on my free time, I just really don't want to see, like I see a clip, I'm like, oh cool, this is a cool topic, but I wouldn't sit here and want to pay my hard-earned money to sit here and listen to that shit. I'm cool. And I think like women who want to go to those shows, I just feel like just like the dating, the women who get on dating apps, they just desperate as shit. I'm cool.
Currently pregnant with my third baby.
Oh, congratulations. Just time out. Just listen to this shit. Let play the clip and just listen to what I'm saying. When I sit here and say there be only desperate people to go here, do y'all really be listening to the shit that the people say when they go up there and get on the microphone in front of thousands? The fuck, how many people gonna see it on social media? They're in a room full of thousands of people, and you are willing to get up here and ask for advice from some of the most craziest scenarios just known to man. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Think about what I'm sitting here saying. When I'm sitting here, like, I'm telling you, there's no, like, if you feel like you're going to be in a better financial or living situation 10 years from now, just take your time and don't rush to date, because there's going to be a lot of single, lonely motherfuckers 10 years from now.
All of my kids have the same father. During my course of my relationship with my child's father, it's been really confusing because one minute it's like, okay, we're together, and the next minute it's like, I'm not ready for a relationship, but everything we do is coupled based. Like,
y'all got kids together.
Yeah, and that's why I be confused.
Okay.
I'm like, we have 3 kids. It's been almost 12 years, and now it's like, what do I look at this as? Like, I'm so confused.
I'm going to talk very gently to you because you are with child. I think that a lot of women make this mistake in thinking, I would rather have one father for my child than go out there and have kids with somebody else because I don't want to have multiple baby daddies. And because one of the first things you said was, all my kids have the same father, that means absolutely nothing. This man ain't married you. It's the respectability politics that made you think that having 3 kids by the same man who ain't committed to you in 12 years meant something. It meant absolutely nothing. There's women out here with 2 or 3 baby daddies and their wives. These men make vows to them. You got daughters?
All daughters.
Let me cook. My mom had 3 girls, right? You got 3 girls. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And my dad treated us all like princesses because I listened to you say he's great with the kids, and that matters. How a man treats his daughters is very important, but he didn't treat my mother well. We don't end up with men that treat us like our fathers treated us. We end up with men that treat us how our fathers treated our mother. Them girls is gonna watch how you allow yourself to be loved. And they're taking notes from you. Daddy can treat them like all the princesses in the world. And let me tell you something, me and both of my sisters as single mothers, we all went and chose some horrible, even though we had a nice representation of daddy showing up for us. If we didn't see mommy be loved well, we didn't learn. What you want to show your daughters? What you want to show them what strength looks like when you choose yourself and you don't let a man come and knock you up 3 times and tell you that he with you sometimes. Right. For the sake of saying that all my kids got the same father. And that fear that you said, I could start over with somebody else, but I'm rolling the dice that he may not be a present father. You don't have to have children with everybody that you deal with or involve yourself with.
Yeah.
That's not something you even need to be thinking about when you going into starting over. Okay, I'm gonna give him a baby and he might not be well. You don't gotta give all these babies. It's okay to just date them and experience them in a shared space.
And again, this is my point of what I'm saying, like, just listen to how crazy some of that shit sound. When you sitting here saying you got 3 kids with a nigga, but y'all be like, sometimes he want to be in a relationship with you and sometimes he don't. Y'all been together for 12 years.
That ain't crazy. That's everyday life for some people.
But again, that's my point of what the fuck am I in a rush to be in a relationship? Well, I can wait 10 more years. You could be 10 years older. You gonna, man, I'm cool, dog. That shit is retarded. Like, what the fuck are we doing, dog? And you paid your hard-earned money to see and tell people this in front of thousands of people and know they gonna clip this shit up and millions of people gonna say this?
But you don't think they actually go there to get help?
What fucking help can I give you? This is common sense shit. You know what help do you need?
Ain't common.
Some people, I gotta hear, like I gotta hear it out loud. To actually.
No, did you? If you, when y'all get a chance, go in the group. Look at her face. Like she looked like she wanted to cry up there. Cause she's saying it when you saying it out loud, and are you knowing that all these people in the room judging you, and you know how crazy you sound? Where everybody on the fucking panel just put their head down and just start shaking their head because it's like, huh? What do you mean? You got 3 kids with a nigga. You pregnant right now. You at this show and you pregnant right now with your 3rd child. And the nigga, you see him saying the nigga sometimes want to be in a relationship with you. Come on, dog. Man, y'all crazy as shit. Like, I'm not, man. I ain't gonna lie. One thing I'm gonna stop doing. I'm gonna stop knocking it because this shit is probably the easiest. That's probably the easiest way to get money outside of trying to be a pastor. And this is easier because a pastor got to actually remember the Bible. But you just selling people fucking hope. The motherfuckers who should not have to buy hope from you, they going to this shit trying to buy hope. That's what they thinking they gonna get from you. They thinking that you gonna tell them some shit to do that they didn't already know. You ain't know that this nigga was stringing you along after the first kid. Oh, fuck it. You ain't know after the second kid. Now you pregnant again. 12 years, dog. Y'all been doing this shit for 12 years. You been somebody's girlfriend for 12 fucking years. Man, y'all crazy as shit, dog. I'd rather sit here and go, man. Baddiehub.com. Catch you a $5 only OF girl, man. Do something else with yourself because y'all niggas is crazy out here. Again, like, share, and subscribe each and every Tuesday. I appreciate everybody for thugging it out on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell another friend. We, again, live on YouTube every Sunday night around like the 9:30 mark. We definitely be live on YouTube. And again, like I said, if you listen to it on the podcast app each and every Tuesday, right back here. And I'll holler at y'all next week. Y'all be safe and take care of them kids, man. Be fucking parents, please.